It's the morning report. First name Chill, last name Unger. Trouble, 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 trouble. Joined by Darius.
What is up? What's going on, everyone? That is slowly coming in, watching. We appreciate all you guys. Sorry we missed on Friday. Hell of a Friday. But we're here today to go over the news, check in with you guys, see how you guys weekend was, and how your Friday was, since we didn't get to see you Friday. But there were some things that we didn't get to talk about Friday that we'll talk about today. Some things happened over the weekend, of course, that we will also discuss and get into all of those things. Chill, normal weekend for you. How was your weekend?
Man, there was a lot of wrestling this weekend. And then the independent wrestling scene stole the show. See, they sold out in London, right? The WWE had a couple sellout events also, but no wrestling story was bigger than this one. Oh, I'm not sharing. Sorry. No wrestling story was bigger, Darius, than this one. And let me not, you know what I mean? They might try to strike us because of copyright claims, but is that Mr. Terrific entering All Elite Wrestling? What? Look, what? He's got everything down to a T.
Ew. I didn't like that. I like his outfit. That's nice. Where's the T itself?
Where's the T on his face? No, you said it. You said he needs to put the T on his face.
I didn't say that. I said, "Where's the T itself?" I didn't say that.
The T is it's a work in progress, right? Like he's working on it. But like I said on that tweet that I had, it might be somewhere here. This girl here, her name's Slater. She says Swerve didn't fully commit and put a T on his face. Coward. The ladies, this lady right here, look at her. That's her picture. That's really not her. That's another wrestler. But anyways, the ladies say, we want to put the T on his face, put the T on his face. You just said, where's the T on his face? Where's the T on his face? K-Mac 98 says no mask. Junior, the T. We want the T.
Yeah, I didn't say that, but I am curious where the T is. But yeah.
I think it has to do with, like, he's going to sweat for the next 20 minutes or however long the match was. It's going to get in his eye. It's a danger hazard. Let me save the T for Halloween.
I think you can do it as a mask, because I don't think that is that's not paint on Eddie Gathetti's face. I don't believe that's paint. That shit's coming forward.
Yeah, I know, but like, you think of the athletic things he's about to do, right? It might fall off. It might be safe. That's all.
Now, do wrestlers not wear masks?
Some wrestlers wear masks and they're very sturdy. They got like elastic to keep it tight. Yeah, you could wear a mask. But like, and he has wore a mask. He was kill shot back during Lucha Underground, which is a reference you don't get. But he has worn a mask and wrestled.
I see.
All right. Did you know about Raja? Because that's what's coming next.
Who? If these are wrestling people, I don't.
The YouTuber Rampage Jackson has a son named Raja, and you know he's skilled in wrestling and in UFC fighting, and this is him wailing on a wrestler. And the story is kind of confusing. I may have tweeted it. Come on, Free Palestine. Come on, this one. So he's just live streaming. The black kid here. This is Raja Jackson. He's just live streaming. He's at a pro wrestling event before the show happens. So all the good guy wrestlers, bad guy wrestling, dicking around. And this wrestler sees the camera crew and he's like, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hit you in the head with a beer bottle.
Hey, I think that's what. Oh, you don't easy. He's not a fucking worker, bro. Calm down.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
You're good.
What the fuck was that?
You don't sell it? No, he's not a fucking worker, bro.
He's asking, why aren't you selling it? Like, why aren't you reacting to the punch and like going down? Why aren't you selling it? And they're telling him, you know, he's not working here. Like, this guy's just a kick streamer. He's not a wrestler. This isn't a skit or an angle. No one is coming at your character, so you have to hit him with a freaking bottle, which probably didn't even hurt him because he was soft hitting him. Anyways, we fast forward to the ring. And I fast forward too much. Here, he gets told, "You're gonna get your lick back. Okay, this is your receipt. During the match, you get to do this to him." I just want to make clear, dude is not fighting you. He's letting you lift him up. He's all right. So everything is fine until this happens, and I won't show the actual right and the left and the right and the left and the right, and there was like 20 of them, and this referee is just saying, "Stop! Don't do it! Stop!" And this guy wasn't doing a good enough job of pulling him off. But I counted 20 of them, and it was a lot of punching, and he wasn't defending himself for many of those punches. Referee dropped the ball big time. Oh, am I blocking the referee? I'm sorry. Here, this is the referee right there. Sorry, he's not really stopping the punching. That happened over the weekend, bro. I think that's devastating. I think that's an excessive use of force. I think that is a temper. I don't think this guy should be as muscly and that skilled in fighting if he's going to use his powers for evil like that. That Raja Jackson kid should be in jail. I saw earlier today Mr. Beast said, "I'm going to pay for the medical bills of that one wrestler guy." I respect that. Good job, Mr. Beast. I hope that he can take this internet fame and use it. I hope that Raja Jackson takes this embarrassment, takes it into therapy. I don't necessarily need him to go to jail, but I also believe in like accountability for a mistake. I just believe stronger in like, what's the word? Rehabilitation. And so if they can work out a wrestling angle and say, "This is all part of the storyline. You came in the ring and you punched me out. I was in the hospital. Now we get a one-on-one match." If they can work it out, yeah. Now he was wrong. Raja was very wrong. Even if some guy just hit a beer bottle on your head and you weren't ready for that because you're not part of the show, you still deserve to be in jail if they want to do that. Still, like, I've heard no charges have been pressed, and it's been over a day. You can't provoke him, and maybe that's why he won't get the book thrown at him. You can't provoke the dude, but you can provoke someone and they cry later. Yeah, but you can't. Sorry, you can't. Yeah, but you can't provoke someone and then cry later. He didn't even hit him that hard with the dang.
He's not
So
a fucking
if I'm
worker,
understanding this correctly, I guess what he hit this dude wasn't a part of the act, got mad about it, then went in the ring after being told he could go in the ring and took his physical frustration out from the earlier hit.
Somebody tells him you can go in the ring, yeah.
Well,
if he goes in the ring, double leg takedowns him, all right, you got your revenge. Fair is fair. But it's just, dude was unconscious and you were still wailing on him. After the second punch, it's very indefensible. It starts getting, yeah, you need to be arrested for this. After the second punch when a guy was unconscious, and then everyone after that, crazy.
I don't watch it, so I really don't have an angle to say hit the dude. Dude hit him, I guess. Hit him back. I don't know.
Well, how much are you allowed to hit somebody back?
I don't know. I mean, it really depends. It depends. Am I the one to tell you or to tell somebody how much if somebody hits? I don't know. If somebody hits me, I think it's
in the stream. You're gonna hear him say that he didn't even hurt me. It didn't even hurt when he threw the beer can at me, and I believe that. I believe that beer can was a very skilled, like, I'm gonna squeeze the beer can so it looks like shit goes everywhere, but I didn't really hit you. See what I mean? Just look at his hand. I'll try to freeze it when he's done hitting him. You're gonna see, where's the can? There, like he's squeezing it. And he's the reason why it broke wasn't like your head. It was like I tried to squeeze it to combust this can. So I didn't really hit you with all my force. You feel me? But his ego has been fragile. It's hurt. Oh, this guy hit me. I gotta get him back. And he's being told by the chat, "Oh, you're really not gonna do it. Watch, I'll do it. You're gonna see me. What? You think I'm not a crash out? All right, chat. Watch when his match comes on, and then he gets egged on, and that's what we get. His dad needs to get Raj some help, though. At the end of the day, it was a prop can. Does that change things? It was a prop can. It should.
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know. I don't know. I don't even know who these people are. I mean, he said he assaulted him, as Buck is saying. I don't even know who he or which one was saying who assaulted who. I don't know. I mean, I'm not the best one to ask anything on this. I don't know who these people are. I did not see this fight. Even if I did see it, I probably would have scrolled. I don't know who these people are.
All right. MMA fighter in a wrestling ring is a bad business. Oh yeah. No one watches Darius. What do you mean no one watches Darius? What does that mean?
I said I don't watch this, and he's saying no one watches. Earlier I said, oh, I have no idea. I don't watch this. I have no idea who these people are.
Oh yeah, some independent wrestling promotion in the middle of America. Disrespect is disrespect. He didn't know it was a work. You're right. That's what makes me forgive him for a punch. But more than that, your ass took it way too far. I didn't know why this story is everywhere. Because Rampage Jackson's popular. Then there's the white-black dynamic. There's the I'm a veteran. I use wrestling to help with my PTSD angle. The Dre Max show, James Gunn say he got another secret show he can't announce yet. Okay. He was injured during sparring prior to this, so that might have caused him to lose his composure. Yo, Junior Network, we can bring that up in court. If he even goes to court, because dude wasn't even arrested yet. Raja had a concussion before he got hit with the can. Okay, let's use that to his benefit. What he did was way out of line and extremely wrong. However, you're not here for wrestling. You guys aren't the wrestling crowd. You guys are the Avatar, the Last Airbender crowd. You guys are the DC crowd. Let's go over to our next topic at hand. It's an exclusive. Avatar, the Last Airbender star Dante Bosco has shared his hopes for the Legend of Aang movie. I'd like to see how the Fire Lord has been holding up, He's older now. I'd also like to see what's going on with Azula.
Yeah, he's not playing the voice. I forgot before I shared this that he's not playing the voice of
Zuki Zook.
Of Zuko. So kind of that's why I was a little confused around his quote. Again, before I shared this to the chat, I was like, why is he talking like that? As if he's not him. But he is not him. I forgot. So yeah, that's why he's saying he'd like to see certain things, because he doesn't know what the fuck's going on unless they've told him. But I agree on the Azula stuff. I'd like to see Azula. What's going on with Azula? This is, I want to say, the only update outside the last time we talked about Avatar, the Avatar film that has been given. And it's really not even an update because he's not in it.
Yeah, he just gave an exclusive to the direct. And that's got to be the timing of that, eh? Like, you've been quiet, really haven't been talking, and then we know that Steven Yeun gets cast to play the voice of Zuko, and they ask you a question like that. He's visibly upset, I think. You don't give that quote unless, you want to be out in the public like, yo, look at me, I have a voice, give me a job somewhere. He'll get a job. He'll be in Seven Havens. He can be like General Iroh's grandson. He'll just keep playing a grandson under Zuko's line.
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to see him back. But again, before I shared this, didn't know he wasn't. I forgot he wasn't. So kind of just not a nothing burger there.
You know who makes the sounds of Momo? You know the voice actor.
Is it Dave?
No. D. Bradley Breaker, the guy who does the clones in Bad Batch.
Oh, he does Momo?
He does Momo
so
and
that's
Appa.
where Dave knows D. Bradley Baker from?
Yeah.
I see. Okay, I didn't know he did Momo.
Yup. I think he even does like Naga and all of the animals. When we watch Seven Havens, he'll probably be cast to play one of those animals. See, that's the trick. You don't pay a human. Dante Bosco should have played an animal. He would have had a job for every 7 Haven, 8 Havens, and everything afterwards.
Shit, what's his name? The actor that you just named,
D. Bradley Baker.
Yeah, D. Bradley Baker. He was basically bad. I mean, he is the Bad Batch. I'm talking about basically the entire damn show. Sometimes whole episodes. He's all 5 of them. Yeah, he's making money. He is.
Wait, what? They're not using the original voice actors? Unfortunately, they're not. Like the Aang actor, the young man who was playing Aang, that dude is an older man and he can continue playing Aang. Whoever Katara was, they got a young person for Toph. She can continue playing Toph, but for some reason, Hollywood, people want Steven Yeun. They want him. I didn't need Chris Pratt to play Mario. I don't need celebrities to play these.
I'm trying to see who the returning cast is.
Who's returning from the main show? Shit.
So right now you've got, Dante Bosco is listed here. Who the hell is he playing? You've got right now, they just have him as voice. They've got Steven Yeun as voice of obviously Zuko, Jessica Matten as Katara. I don't know who these people. I don't know if these are the original people or not. But Dave Bautista is also in here, but they don't know who he is playing. I forgot that was announced. Dave Bautista is playing a villain. The villain's voice.
Jessica Matten. It looks like she was the Katara voice.
Okay. What about Eric Nam? Was he Aang?
No, Eric Nam was not Aang.
All right. Well, they got a new Aang.
Eric Nam is that singer who was interviewing Chadwick Boseman and the rest of them, the cast. Remember that singer?
Wait, this person that's playing Aang's voice?
Eric Nam, yeah.
He's a singer?
This guy.
No, American singer. The hell does he sing?
But he was singing karaoke, and he was supposed to do a movie with Chadwick Boseman and Michael B. Jordan.
All right. Okay, well, he's voicing Aang. Katara's coming back. Bosco is listed, but not as... he's 36. Not as... those Asian folks. They don't crack either sometimes. Not as Zuko. So, and maybe Azula's back. I don't know, but that's really it. Again, I forgot Dante wasn't voicing him before I shared that. Oh yeah, Eric posted it on his Instagram, the So Far cast. So thrilled and honored to share that I will be stepping into an incredible role as Aang in the upcoming Avatar Last Airbender animated film. Let's do this. Yip, yip.
Yip, yip.
That's what he said.
Do you get a sky bison if you're not an airbender tribe, but you're actually the avatar, so you know how to airbend? You should get a gift.
You said do you get a sky bison if you're not one?
Yeah.
Like if you're not from
you're just the avatar, you're from the Earth Nation. They're like, you know what? Now that you learned how to airbend, you're part of us. Here, we'll attach you up. We'll give you the bison. You're from Earth Nation, but thank you for learning. Here you go.
Yeah, but isn't that like a lifelong bonding thing with the bison and its owner? Because I thought, if I'm correct, if I could be wrong, the younger air nomads, they all pick their bisons when they're young, so they grow with them.
Okay, what happens if the young air nomad dies young? Now the bison has no human partner, and he's like, all right, after the death, people remarry, right? Same thing there.
No, I don't know that works the same with animals. I don't think that I could, have a horse or an elephant, rather. Let's use an elephant because they are intelligent and are very emotionally attached. If I was to die and then my brother come and take the elephant, I don't know that the elephant would treat my brother the same as the elephant treated me.
Okay, how are bisons? Use that animal. What do you know about that animal? Are they emotionally intelligent?
I don't know. They are our state animal, but I don't know. Every time I see them, they're almost killing people.
Is Appa emotionally intelligent? Because Appa was shedding, and
Yes,
basically
Appa's
people were able to
intelligent.
catch him, and he never said, "Oh, I'm shedding. Let me just get into the water and dry off my shed or
But I
shed
don't know
off."
if that's emotional intelligence. I think
It's intelligence.
yes, but emotional intelligence is more so like feeling, loving Aang, missing Aang when he was lost, all that stuff.
Ricardo says we don't gotta force a chill. No sky bison needed. Wasn't Aang's air bison the last one also? But in Korra, there's more bison there, so maybe they were hidden in the mountains or something because they're intelligent and they know how to hide from the fire tribe. They're saying it different because they are older now. Nah. So are the voice actors. They got older too by exactly the same amount of years that the characters are getting older.
Mm.
I will not accept it, but I will accept this super chat. GM, good morning. Blue Beetle appearing in Peacemaker. Sholo's back. You're talking about what James Gunn said.
Sholo Madadiana.
Yeah, James Gunn was talking about, well, this fits right in with canon, and that's why that's fine. And the only thing we needed to change was really the Justice League scene, and that's why Peacemaker is canon. Blue Beetle smoothly is canon. Thanks, James Gunn. Appreciate that. Like 2 years later, you know what I mean? I think the truth is that he didn't want to commit to any of it because he knew that his job relied on this performance of Superman. And now that he's a little more comfortable, he can actually say Peacemaker was canon, Blue Beetle will be canon, and we'll see what happens with the Batman. That's what's next.
Do y'all really think that they would have fired James Gunn if Superman did poorly? I don't believe that. He's under contract as well.
And Supergirl was already filmed.
Yeah. So I don't think that his job depended on it. But as far as the Blue Beetle stuff and everything goes, he's talking again, and they're all canon. I've gone back. I didn't watch it, but I saw all the main clips I needed to see of that Peacemaker episode. I hated, and I mean hated. Well, I don't want to say I hated. Yeah, the ending. I didn't like hated is strong. I didn't hate it, double hated. I didn't hate it like that. But I strongly also disliked the interrogation, or it was an interrogation scene, the application rather for the Justice Gang that the Peacemaker was putting in with Hawk Girl and Sean Gunn and Guy. I didn't like it. I was just like, man, I get the humor. I get all that kind of stuff. I was like, is this really going to be Hawk Girl going forward? Just always attached to Guy, laughing at his jokes, making dumb jokes herself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is this Hawk Girl in the DCU? Because if this is her, because when I gave my review of Superman, I even said she was probably the weakest part of the Justice Gang of the heroes. The screeching every fucking time, the dumb jokes with Guy. I mean, it doesn't stop in Peacemaker for her. Now, do I expect Peacemaker to be jokey? Of course. I mean, that's what you led with the first season. That's what he was in Suicide Squad. I liked him in Suicide Squad. I didn't watch Peacemaker season 1, but I did not care for that scene at all. Now, the final 3 episodes that he has held close to his chest, I'll watch those because those are supposed to be DC altering, mind-blowing episodes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to watch those.
And I just found out why he asked this about the Blue Beetle Peacemaker thing. I just found out about that. But this is Eric Nam singing with the cast that I was referring to.
You feel the same way too.
Ain't a Marvel press tour had that much soul in it. Nothing like that. Not them singing Casey and JoJo. Marvel ain't done that. I have never seen that, so pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't even know who Eric Nam is. What does he sing? Is he like is it like songs, like popular songs that are getting used on TikToks and shit?
I don't know, but when they were doing press in South Korea, they said, perfect, you speak both languages.
Peacemaker was always in a weird place. You know, people say he's a part of the DCEU, but he wasn't really. He was a part of this in-between universe of DC when there was nobody really, you know, making sure everything was connected, and at a time when they were going to rewrite everything with the Flash, you know, we were kind of able to do whatever we wanted, and we had that brash ending, which I loved, was one of my favorite things in the whole season, but it just didn't fit in with the DCU. And Peacemaker almost, you know, there's hardly anything that you need to change for him to slide very easily into the DCU. Same with Blue Beetle. They just kind of just fit in very nicely. But maybe we have to retcon a couple of things. But this was the big one.
I hate the way he began that.
Oh, I do too. That was what I was going to touch on, but go ahead.
For the same reason you're going to say right now, because he says that it was always in a weird place, and people say he was part of the DCU. What do you mean people say he was part of the DCU? I saw the Aquaman, Jason Momoa, the Flash. I saw the Superman. People say he was part of the DCU. He really wasn't. And then he says later on, well, that's why I had to retcon something. Well, if you had to retcon it, well, it means that it wasn't actually, it was in the DCEU. It's so dumb. He's lying. And then he was like, oh, let me fix my words later on in the same breath.
It's excuse me. It irritated me how he started it too. Because it's the exact same way he started it when he talked about Shazam 4 years ago. Well, Shazam's always been in a weird place. He's all this kind of stuff. It's like, James, no. Why are you lying? Because like what he, as if we don't know and we haven't been watching this shit. Like, no, Peacemaker hasn't been in a weird place. You're the damn one that said he was in that universe. We saw him with those characters. Then you changed the scene. We watched you change the scene. So he was always in that universe. What are you talking about? So I don't know what James just talks. He just talks. That's all he does. Yeah.
So when he gives us this next quote here, where he says, James Gunn on whether Blue Beetle could appear in the upcoming Peacemaker. Well, you know, I won't say you're not in luck. Oh, shit. You're in luck. Blue Beetle will appear in Peacemaker. Well, you know, I won't say you're not in luck. He was telling IMDb that. It looks like there will be a Blue Beetle appearance. How significant will it be? How much CGI will his effects get? We don't know. But it looks like Blue Beetle is part of this world. And after seeing that Blue Beetle movie once, I think that there's nothing you need to contradict there that makes it DCEU. So, yeah, there you go.
And I think that's an easy way too. That way you don't have to go back and do because he was also talking about how he wants to go in. So again, when he says at the beginning of this video, Peacemaker was always in a weird place. Well, then when you say in the same interview that you want to go in and you want to George Lucas all of season 1 of Peacemaker, that means that it was currently in another universe and you want to George Lucas it so it can fit into this universe.
What? I don't understand the term George Lucas it. What does that mean?
George has changed. So I have the original VHS sets of episode 4.
Special editions.
Yeah. The stuff that he went, no, not just special editions, the stuff that he went back in there and just was like, oh, well, I think it'd be so much better if we had all these dinosaurs over here. They weren't here before, but it'd be cool. Oh, well, maybe if we had some clones over here, that'd be cool too. Yeah. That's like, it's like, George, no, just leave it alone. But he wants to do that. He wants to go in and George Lucas Peacemaker season 1. But I think it's easier to do that, to have, not to do that, but to have Blue Beetle show up in season 2 of Peacemaker than to go back and try to George Lucas Blue Beetle to make it fit into this. Yeah, it's easy. He's here. Boom. He's in this universe. We don't have to go through a whole series, a whole movie. He's here. Boom.
Totally. Peacemaker is a little overrated. Sorry, guys. Hawkgirl is usually serious in the cartoon show, and she gets busy, so hopefully they can make her look better.
I hope so. I hope so, because she is more serious. But it's not the same hot girl. I forget which hot girl this is. It's not Shayera.
Yeah, I hate it. Simply put.
Scared money don't make no money. If I ever go broke, I'ma take your money. I ain't never drop a dime.
Hot girl will grow. Sorry, wrong button. It says hot girl will grow, I think, after they kill this Green Lantern. Dun, dun, dun. They're not killing no Green Lantern. Which Green Lantern? You mean the
I was gonna
older
say which Green
Hal
Lantern?
Jordan? Guy Gardner? Which one? I would consider it. Killing a Green Lantern just to make room, just to make sure that John Stewart is more special. Yeah. But Nathan Fillion's his friend, so he's not gonna kill his friend off and make him jobless.
Yeah, no. James is about, especially with the friends thing. Once we get to the next one, I believe that as much as I don't want that to happen, I do believe that will happen. With Ryan Wilson from The Office wanting to play Plastic Man.
Oh, I heard that.
Mm-hmm.
But Hawk Girl growing, do we want her to grow? Do we want her to be a premier character? Do we want what Scarlett Johansson had, right? She played her in Iron Man 2, she played the Black Widow, and we didn't see her get her own movie until 2021, which is 11 years later after her first appearance. Do you think the same will happen with Hawk Girl? Will she'll grow an audience until finally someone wants to see what's going on with the country, with her planet?
Maybe. But I mean, I don't even know what the temperature of the audience is on Hot Girl. I know what I think of her currently. I don't know what does the overall audience really like? Were they feeling Hot Girl? Did they like what they saw in Superman? And again, if the overall audience also likes what they saw in Peacemaker, because if that's what they like, well then sure, I can see her getting her own thing, because they're gonna keep loving that, and that's who she's gonna be going forward. But if it's, I don't know what the overall audience thinks of her.
Mm-hmm.
One, because no one's really talking about her.
I hope they change the Scarab's voice, like Suicide Squad. Okay.
I like the Young Justice voice on the Scarab. I don't remember the voice on the Scarab in let me see, the voice on the Scarab in Blue Beetle, the film.
I can't remember it either. Was it a woman computer voice?
Why do I think it was?
Because Karen from Spider-Man Homecoming. Why did Darius sound like Seth MacFarlane as Ted in Ted? What did you say to sound like Ted?
I think when I was talking like George.
William call you the light-skinned one. You light-skinned denier. Darius thinks he's not light-skinned, like he genuinely believed it. Because
I'm not. I don't know why y'all think that. I have my mother's color. My father is light-skinned. My father's your color, maybe lighter. I am not my father's color.
Hot Girl is sick, and Isabella could be cool. Yeah, Ricardo, they put her in a bikini in the next movie or something. People go, she's not such a bad character after all. I like when Hot Girl.
It is a girl.
It was a girl voice.
It is. I couldn't remember. It is. They
Yeah.
did change it. Nah, they need to make it like the one in Young Justice. The one that doesn't give a fuck in Young Justice. The one that's like, we need to kill them now. He's like, no.
That would be like the Venom symbiote, though, right?
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to draw parallels.
So stupid.
It is stupid.
Man, they're different. We know how they're different. One's a scarab, one is not. They're different. A symbiote. Come on.
Ricardo said general public loves Hot Girl. Okay, I'm not experiencing that general public love. I feel like more people are talking about Mr. Terrific, everyone else but her. They talk about Lois Lane before Hot Girl.
I would say the Lois Lane even won before her, because I've seen, I saw a lot of praises for Rachel Brosnan after. I don't remember seeing a lot of people being like, God, my takeaway was Hot Girl.
Hot Girl didn't stand out like Hawkman did. Nah, but she wasn't written to stand out. Until she killed that Netanyahu guy, she did nothing in the movie. if Black Beetles show up in the
That man, I know that's what they were doing. You call that man Netanyahu. That shit is funny.
yeah, the Jahanpur guy. Oh no, it wasn't Jahanpur. What do you know that one? Him. She's not bad to look at, but that's about it. Thank you for the analysis. It's Sheed. Couldn't have done this stream without that. She's not that bad looking to look at. That's all. So you did bring up the guy from The Office, and I guess that's where we can go to next. You got that lined up here for us. Rainn Wilson wants to play Plastic Man in DCU. I've hinted to James several times, like, hey man, you've got to do something with Plastic Man. He's one of my favorite DC characters, and I loved him growing up. He had a wicked sense of humor. The Plastic Man comics were very, very funny. That would be a fun one to unearth. I would be a fan even if I wasn't in it. I would love to watch that and play him. Okay, first he goes, I'd be a fan if I wasn't in it, you know? But basically, if he's in it in any role, but then he stretches that to and play him. I hear you, man. I hear you.
No thanks. And it's a hard no thanks. I do not, because I like Plastic Man. I am actually one that actually likes Plastic Man. I know Plastic Man can be silly at times, but I don't. And I know James is going to make, because they did Super together. I know James is going to make Plastic Man dumb, silly, but Plastic Man can be very serious at times. And I just don't want him to be, I don't want Rainn Wilson to play him at all. But I fear, because James has such a connection with people he's worked with in the past, and that video he did with GQ before Superman, GQ magazine. I think it was GQ. I don't remember who it was, but he did before with Superman, where they were going over his filmography, and he was talking about some of his favorite films. When he got to Super, he spent a lot of time on Super because he was talking about their relationship. So if he's pitched something to James and it's made James laugh, and I'm sure it has, because they have the same kind of sense of humor, then James is like, yeah, bro, well, let's get you in here. You be Plastic Man. And I'm going to hate this. I'm going to hate this. Because I just feel like he's going to be him.
I think it's not it's not sealed, because I thought that the LexCorp or Luthor Corp or whatever in the movie was great. How James created that as big monolithic corporate entity, that was pretty cool. You don't say things like that when you already have the job. That's him like buttering James up. I hope you read this in Entertainment Weekly, James, and he's still campaigning for the job. It's not guaranteed.
Maybe, bro. Or he could just be like, that's just how their friendship is. James is like that with Cena. Cena's like that with James. I don't know. I hope not. I hope not. I don't want it. I don't want it.
No.
Could you imagine him as Plastic Man? And again, with his humor and James Gunn's humor, and then think Super. My fear from the beginning was, I don't want this universe to be too James Gunn. I love Superman, actually. I don't think it's too James Gunn. I don't think it's this. I don't think it's, I think it's great. I've said that. That's been my stance from the beginning. That is still my stance. I love that movie. I don't know that you can. I don't know. I don't know that you can keep doing all that damn funny shit all the fucking time. I don't think that works. I
hear you. Before we get to the super chat, I gotta show this interview answer.
The what is canon, what is not, in incredibly creative fashion. I loved it. How'd you come up with that? And you talk about filming that sequence that's in the previous.
Well, I always knew that had to be the case. I always knew that the one thing that was really the hanging chef in season 1 that doesn't fit in with the DCU is Justice League. People often say that, Peacemaker 1 was DCEU, but it doesn't make a lot of sense because there's a lot of other stuff in there, that Green Arrow and, Batmite and all this stuff. But it definitely, the one thing that really stood out was the Justice League appearance. And so, I had to do something about it. And I handled it in the most simple way I possibly could. That wasn't too
That's
expensive.
true.
So does that mean, did you have Millie and David on that shoot?
No, I used plates.
Oh, okay. Dude, I love that. I popped. I was like, I love what he did.
Yeah. I mean, nobody was in the shot. I used plates of everybody. So
Okay.
I reshot, we used plates from the first season. I shot, Guy and Hawk Girl by themselves.
Okay, yeah.
And so it was just a bunch of magic.
You answered.
Yeah. I also don't like that Supergirl's there. I think I said that on Thursday because it's Invincible. I don't like that Supergirl is there. I don't really want her because he said, oh yeah, Supergirl and Superman are not a part of the Justice Gang, which we know from the movie. He was like, they only help out, every now and then, like Omni-Man and Invincible. I don't even like that she even helps out the Justice Gang. When she showed up there, I was like, why? Not that I don't like Supergirl. I like Supergirl. I just don't. I feel like with the attitude you've kind of shown us she has, why would she even fuck around with these losers? I feel like that's what she would think of them. Why would I help them? Kal-El, why are we helping them?
Because she and Superman, they were like, at their Fortress of Solitude, or they're doing minding their own business, and then Peacemaker made something happen. They're like, oh, let's go. And so all five showed up at the same time. It wasn't that they came together. They just came from different locations to the same place. That's why. See? Headcanon. But terrific Hawk Girl. They're part of the crew. Oh, Metamorpho. He wasn't there, eh?
Oh, he's not there, is he?
Yeah, he's not part of the team.
Well,
So
this
maybe
would
this
be
happened
before. Yeah, I was gonna say, would this be before? Also, he also gave an answer on Batman because they asked him. I don't know if it was Brandon who asked him. He did a lot of interviews, but somebody asked him about Batman, and they said, "Is Batman a part of the Justice Gang?" To where he replied like, I don't want Batman on this weak Justice Gang. Now, if this is to get us to the League, cool. And when I say weak Justice Gang, I mean, personally, I like Nathan Fillion as Guy, but he's already said John is the definitive Lantern in the DCU.
Yeah, he did give that quote, which I was happy to hear.
So that means that this is not the team. So are they just gonna like get sick of them or get sick of the name and change it to the Justice League? And when they're all formed, because we still got, he said, 2 years before Flash or Aquaman. Solo films. That does not necessarily mean that we can't have them join the league before their solo films. But I don't know. That's what I'm ready to get to. I know like it's like, oh, Darius Patience, let's get there. I just want the league. I love the fact that everything's established already, that we're not, having to do that whole deal. That was one of the favorite things I loved about it. But I just like, let's get the league, because we're hanging out with, like, you got Supergirl there with Guy, Metamorpho, and I'm sure there's going to be a few more obscure Justice Gang members, because he loves to use those. I mean, brother, he's brought up, I'm not saying Batmite's going to be on the Justice Gang at all. You know how many times he just brought up Batmite in that? He talks about him in every interview. So it's like he loves those type of characters. So I'm sure we're going to get some others that are not that great.
But they asked him who were your top three, and he did say Batman and Superman in his top three with Peacemaker.
What, top 3 favorite DC characters?
Yeah, he said the Batman and Superman were in his top 3.
Okay, well, at least he didn't say somebody weird. I mean, Peacemaker's a little weird one to put. Oh, it's one of my favorite DC characters, but okay.
When you make 2 seasons, you get attached,
I guess.
Did you catch the first episode this last Thursday?
I won't watch until the ones I need to watch. The ones that he's holding to his chest, those are the ones I need to watch. This stuff right now, it's inconsequential from what he has said. It doesn't really, well, he didn't say it doesn't really matter, because why would he say that? Because then people wouldn't watch. But from what the people that have watched it early said, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, okay, well, I'll call it a building block. It uses the multiverse, I'll say that. So we'll get to maybe something.
and it's using the same type, which I like that too. Not to say, again, I'm not hating on Peacemaker. I just don't. He's not one of my favorite characters, so I don't really care to watch it. I liked him in Suicide Squad with Idris Elba. I thought that their back and forth banter. I love the fact. I like the scene when Waller got him out of the cell, and the back and forth they were having in prison. It's great. I'm just not the biggest fan of Peacemaker, so I'm not going to check those out until we get to where we need to get to with that. And I like the fact that they're using the connections from Superman, the device that Lex used for the pocket dimension, I guess, is the same device that's being used in Peacemaker. So hell, it's small, but sure, connectivity. I like it. So that's yay. But I won't watch till what is it? He said episode 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
I find that there's a lot of clapping on set and congratulating for the most mundane things every day. Oh, I wanted first day for David. Let's go.
I know, but I kind of like the culture he's cultivating over there. Like the whole, even for the small shit, be positive. I like it. And I like the fact that he's sharing all these behind the scenes.
There's something every single day. It feels like there's a new, this is what actually happened on set. We can spoil the movie now. Great usage of this. That's why you should always be recording when you're over there filming a movie. So I love that too.
I like it. Like I said, I really like David as Superman too. So more behind the scenes stuff. The best one so far has still been the one of him telling David of why Superman is saying this, what he's saying to Lex in that speech, and where the motivation and emotion needs to come from you as an actor. Because it goes to all those people saying, "Oh, well, James Gunn doesn't know how to direct. James Gunn doesn't know how to do this, before the films and things like that." Now, I've given my complaints on James. There's never been that. My complaints on James has always been his humor, and he talks too much. But the man can definitely direct. I rewatched Guardians 3. The man can direct.
They shot it in Norway. I thought that was cool. Yeah. What's your attachment to Norway, or why did you think it was so cool? What am I missing? Is Norway known for anything? The fact that more actors want to join DC than Marvel right now should tell you something. Jalen Harris, are you a DC shill? Because now you said James is known for having a great set environment, and more actors want to be on DC. All right, Jalen, I'm watching you, Jalen Harris. Who the hell said that? I don't know. Marvel likes bringing streaming directors in to do big movies. And Lauren says, who said that? Jalen, the chat is against you. Look at the last 3 movies. Huh? Brave New World, Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts? Why are we looking at the last 3 movies? The director? Oh. Anyways, James Gunn did say something about stand-ins who were there, or he said he used plates to play those actors. He also gave us the quote last week that he would recast if an actor couldn't do the job. Good. We care about the IPs more than we care about the actors, and we don't go, only David Cornsweet could be Superman, because you know what? Peacemaker just had Superman, and it was the version David Cornsweet played without using David Cornsweet. It was cheap. It was just easy to do, and I don't feel like David Cornsweet is that necessary for his shadowy figure to be up there. Thank you, James Gunn, for understanding that. We go to Margot Robbie revealed she hasn't been asked yet for any future DCU projects. I've heard nothing. You can't get sick of Harley. I love her so deeply. I always had high hopes for her, like Batman, a character that lives on long after I've had a go at it. I feel like I need to share Harley.
So basically, what she may be saying is, even if she doesn't get the call, fine, I'm fine. Which she said before, fine, I'm fine with someone being, someone recasting her, or someone being her recasted, and blah, 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 X, Y, and Z. James already said he will not hesitate to do that. I don't have to have Margot Robbie back as Harley. I'm not upset if Margot Robbie comes back as Harley, but I don't have to have Margot back as her either. I would actually like a different person's take on Harley in this new universe. Now, some of them the ones that we're keeping, like Waller as in Viola Davis, I don't know that you can get somebody that is going to give you the acting performance that Viola Davis is going to give in every performance, especially as Amanda Waller. She's great. So people like that coming over, sure, fine. But I don't have to have Margot. Would like to have someone different.
You never know, but it's consistent with what she said a couple years ago before the Joker movie and before Lady Gaga.
I think she's going to do an amazing job. I'm so excited. It's all I could have ever hoped for Harley was that she would become one of those characters that kind of like Batman or Hamlet gets handed from character to, actor to actor. Everyone gets to go at playing them. So I feel like it's just credit to her as a character that, people want to see her in multiple iterations. I'm excited. I think she.
Come on, baby. That's Hollywood. Characters get played by different actors. She's alive right now, and while she won't be playing Harley Quinn, she wants other actors because she wants the character to grow. She doesn't want her legacy to be that of a gatekeeper of the character where it can't happen unless it's her. Recast T'Challa.
Yeah, she gets it. And like I said, James gets it as well. It's not going to tie an actor to a fictional character. So he said he will recast and he will get somebody in here new.
Everyone gets it except for Kevin Feige and Ryan Coogler.
Well, and that was where I was just about to segue into saying this is why I've been stating, if the things don't go the way that I want them to go, and I don't see a road where they are going the way that I want them to go over at Marvel Studios, when I'm talking about, and I'm talking about as far as like some of the black characters, mainly the black character T'Challa. That's why I've been saying I will turn over to DC so damn quick. He's saying all the right things. We're going to recast characters. We're not going to tie them to fictional characters to people. He's already highlighted Mr. Terrific. You've got people dressing up as him in wrestling, and you've got more people. You got all the people that were praising Eddie Cathetti after the film. You got Eddie talking about a possible series or movie for himself. And then you've got just everything else that James has been talking about as far as like what he's trying to build upon with his universe. That's why I said, if Marvel don't get their shit together, who's mad? Okay. There's superheroes over here. I'll go hang out with them. And it is what it is. Like, cause I don't have to, I'm giving, like I said, I'm giving what I'm giving for the remainder of this saga. I'm invested. There's shit I want to see. There are things I want to see fulfilled. Do I want to see the X-Men? Absolutely. Of course I do. Yeah. But if you fuck that up too, there is you don't have anything else to hold me to Marvel. You've already killed T'Challa. The X-Men, if you fuck them up, well, then that's fucked. I don't care about what you're currently doing. So, or I'm not sorry, what I guess it would lead into after Secret Wars. I wouldn't care what that would be other than the X-Men. So yeah, I'll change my direction and hang out with DC.
5 days till D23, where we get to see what those mysterious 4 2028 films will be. They have 4 slots, which is fucking, oh man, ooh. Don't tell me I've been stretched too thin. I'm Kevin Feige. I need more time. They were working me to the bone, and then give me 4 movies in 2028. I hope that those are just 4 empty slots, and we don't actually have to use each 4. They just wanted to reserve one of those, and it's really going to be 3 movies or just 2 movies. We just needed 4 because we don't know where the movies are going to go yet. Anyways, D23 is going to be a big one. Yup, you forgot? Well, here we are to remind you. What they say happens in 2028, which is going to be 3 years out, maybe less than that technically, but the February date will be 2.5 years from now. We probably will know what movie is coming. We know what else we're going to know? What's in between Secret Wars and Doomsday. There's going to be one movie. Doctor Strange time runs out. Maybe that will be confirmed at D23. We are probably going to get news. We didn't get Comic-Con. So that's where Disney is with that one. Sabrina Carpenter as Harley would work. Yep, she was an actor before she started music. I want more Percy Jackson news. Oh yeah, you're a Percy Jackson fan? Are you a Percy Jackson fan? Have you seen any of the episodes? No,
I
me
have
either.
not.
But they're on season 3. I think so. So I know someone's watching it. I think other Disney stuff in Star Wars will have more news. Lawrence, yes, just quantity wise, there's going to be more news from those other studios. Yeah, that'll happen. But it depends what they say, because Marvel can own the weekend. We'll see what they do with it.
On the weekend with what? Well, are you talking about if they
X-Men?
say recast T'Challa?
Recast T'Challa, a Secret Wars casting. I don't know. They could do a lot, bro.
They definitely could.
Don't sleep on Marvel. They're probably listening to
What
Darius
the
go,
fuck?
DC's got superheroes, and they're like, nah, DC does not have superheroes. You know what? We tried to tank their box office by putting Fantastic Four. 2 weeks later, it didn't work. They'll try something else. Businesses do that. You know that the WWE will have events the same time another wrestling promotion is doing an event. Yep. They don't want you to watch. They want you to watch the WWE. So DC and Marvel do the same type of shenanigans.
Yeah, they definitely could. Give me 1 second.
Hey, NYC. Hey, Lawrence. We will probably see Vision Quest, Daredevil, and Doomsday stuff. Yeah. So lots of times Darius will give me clips to play and stuff, and I don't play all of them. And we kind of passed the Blue Beetle thing, but here is the Blue Beetle quote.
Always in a weird place. People say he's a part of the DCEU, but he wasn't really. He was a part of this.
Oh, I did play this, didn't I? Yeah, I did play it.
Peacemaker almost, there's hardly anything that you need to change for him to slide very easily into the DCU. Same with Blue Beetle. They just kind of just fit in very nicely. But maybe we have to retcon a couple of things, but this was the big one.
Blue Beetle is canon, and I did play that actually. Now that I think of it, so excuse me, I did not pass on that news item. So I did the James Gunn Blue Beetle thing. Next up, we're talking a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Ewan McGregor, he was in Canada. He still is in Toronto at a hotel somewhere. Probably going to hop on his flight any minute now. He was asked at Fan Expo Canada. Ewan McGregor says he's going to watch every episode of Star Wars The Clone Wars. That's my homework. All right, Ewan, you are just an actor. I don't have any standards for you. You don't have to see every episode of this and that. I get it, 100%. After Kenobi, how much years was it between Revenge of the Sith and Kenobi? I would think you turned on something Star Wars like the Clone Wars. It's my favorite franchise. No job has paid me more, and let me watch some Clone Wars. He has not watched episodes of Clone Wars. He calls it his homework. What he thinks he's doing is appealing to the fan base who are asking him, I'm going to watch it. I'm just like you guys. That's my homework. But to me, I go, why haven't you seen it yet? Now, he's just an actor, right? He'll just do what the director is telling him to do. So he has that defense. But it's also Star Wars. It's a major, huge, big franchise. How you not watching Star Wars Clone Wars with your main character? Like, how you not knowing everything that you need to know about your character? I am mildly irked that he has not watched Star Wars Clone Wars and that it's his homework. Lauren says you're getting his cats and dogs together is a routine part of the morning stream. Was it the cats and dogs?
It is. Meraxes will not shut up. He's at the door again.
Okay, that's my homework. That's what he told some people. What did that reveal to you? What did it mean to you?
I was confused. Homework for what? Like, what is he watching this for? Is he trying to prepare for something? Because, there have been long-standing rumors that we are supposed to get some major Clone Wars flashbacks in Ahsoka Season 2. So are you watching this to see how you need to portray Obi-Wan the way he is portrayed in the Clone Wars? Not to say that it's different. They're the same, but I guess a little more how the lingo, because some of the things like, using, he doesn't ever call Ahsoka Snips, but the relationship, the dynamic between the three of them when they're on screen. Like the very first time that they visit Mortis, and they say that people always share that picture as a meme. As long as the three of us stay together, nothing can ever go wrong. And then they show the three of them separated at the end with that same quote, where he's Vader, he's now on Tatooine, and she is wherever the fuck.
Patagon.
So maybe it's for that. Maybe because I didn't understand. I was like, okay, what the fuck are you watching for? Just to watch it? Did you share that just because you were like, hey, fans, I'm watching it, or are you preparing for something? Could be that Ahsoka series.
100%. And the Kenobi season 2.
Hell no. There better not be no damn Kenobi season 2. He needs to wear the Clone Wars armor as well. That is a must. I want to see him in the Clone Wars armor. I want to see, like, when they do this flashback, if this flashback is real, this whole thing, these flashbacks are supposed to be real. I hope it's not just flashbacks of obviously things we've seen. I want different things from different things we did not get to see, different missions they've gone on together we didn't get to see. But in the Clone Wars armor, put them in there, have them acting the way they act on Clone Wars. Boom. You want to get Star Wars fans. What did Ryan Reynolds say, or Deadpool? Get your special sock out, nerds. You want Star Wars nerds to get that special sock out.
I thought you were gonna say special lightsaber out. I thought you were gonna.
That too.
Okay.
You can say that too. Put this man in Clone Wars armor and have the three of them do some live action Clone Wars stuff. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yes.
He just wants. Your cat just wants to be on stream with you. Cat meowing, so cute. Is that all we got? Okay, Revenge of the Sith is 10 years before Obi-Wan's show. Yep.
Yeah, he does. He wants to come in here really bad, but Meraxes doesn't shut up. It's a constant. Like I told you, there's how many of them are there? There's online. There's 9 of them. So, but 2 of them talk the most, and it's Meraxes and Thor. Meraxes and Thor don't shut up. No, he's not orange. He is he's gray and white. I have no orange ones. I have 4
Reminds
blacks.
him of a politician. All that orange.
I have 4 black cats though. My black cats are my crazy ones. You should get a cat. You don't like cats?
How you know I don't have a cat?
Do you have a cat?
I don't answer personal questions. Green
That's
Time
not a
says
personal question.
a Kobe Bryant biopic is in the works at Warner Brothers via the Snyder, Jeff Snyder. A Kobe Bryant biopic at Warner Brothers. Well, WB is a huge studio. A biopic with Kobe Bryant. The great thing about this is you can have a sequel. You know, you can name the movie The Great 8, and then for the sequel, more 24. You know what I mean?
Deadline saying it's not a biopic. It's about the behind-the-scenes 1996 NBA drafting of Kobe Bryant. It is told from the point of view of John Nash and John Calipari. John Calipari is telling it, really?
Oh, that's the UK coach, the Memphis coach. Right?
No, John coaches for Kentucky College. One of the
University of Kentucky, UK.
Yeah, Calipari. Calipari is one, in my opinion. I think it's Calipari. You've got, of course, K, and then you've got female UConn.
Oh,
I don't know why I'm blanking on name.
who gets it first? Not
Fuck.
Asia.
No,
Don Staley.
no.
No?
I'm about to.
A female from UConn?
No.
Cheryl Miller?
No. He's not a thank you, Gino Auriemma. He's the female head coach over there, Gino Auriemma.
Torian said Maya Moore. Hey, that was a good guess.
Gino Auriemma, Calipari, Coach K. Some of the best, especially Auriemma. To me, I've got Auriemma over him and K. Auriemma is one of the toughest coaches, I think, in the history of NCAA basketball. He's coached females, but you look at his resume. You look at I've watched the documentaries on him. I've watched the documentary on UConn. I've watched whole tapes on his practices, especially when I was coaching AAU basketball. He was one of the coaches that I loved, and the way he conducted practice. One of my favorite quotes he gave on a after a game was when he was telling his kids, we look at tape. When I'm watching tape and I look at your body language and your body language is piss poor, he's like, yeah, I don't care if you're a McDonald's All-American or not. He's like, I'm going to take the kids that are involved, that are, in helping us on the bench or whatever. Those are going to be the kids that go in the games. Like McDonald's All-American or not, you're going to sit your ass at the end of the bench. Love it, because it's that the culture he cultivates over at UConn is why he's one of the greats.
I absolutely hate McDonald's for that. McDonald's All-American. Like, how we really got to do that? When they're playing the 3-point shooter, there's the 4-point, there's the Mountain Dew ball, there's the whatever they sponsored it. Do we call it that, or do we just say that's the 4-point shot? No, we can't do that anymore. McDonald's All-American. We can't just let these brands dominate our language. Okay?
They have the McDonald's All-American game.
They have the high school All-American game that McDonald's happens to sponsor. It's the All-American game.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure everybody calls it the McDonald's All-American game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I hate that everyone calls it McDonald's. We gotta get McDonald's.
But this thing with Kobe.
Yeah.
I love biopics. Michael Jackson. There's two people that I would have absolutely, positively gone insane if I saw in person. Michael.
Would you kiss
Jackson?
his hand?
Whose hand?
Michael Jackson and Kobe?
Oh, of course. I don't know about Kobe, but Mike's, yeah. I'd have kissed Mike's hand. Kobe, I don't know. But
just some things you don't say on stream, Darius.
I have no problem telling anybody, and I've said this over and over and over again when I've talked about Mike. I am not a Michael Jackson fan. I am in the Michael Jackson cult. I'm not one of those, like, I would have been one of those that carried out on a stretcher. I'm like nah, Michael Jackson to me, I'm not, he's perfect. I love Mike. I love Michael Jackson. Love Mike. He can do no wrong to me. So I would have kissed his hand for sure. But as far as those two go, those are the only two that I would have ever passed out, done anything crazy for. They're both gone. So with Kobe, no one's gonna believe this. I think I've said this before on stream. No one's gonna believe this. So my one of my sister's godfather, who was my pastor when we were growing up. I told you, I grew up in that all-black church. So he was the pastor. Him and his wife, they had floor seats to almost every Thunder game. He's actually, how certain people get certain names because they're always at every game and they do certain things. I forget what they called him, but he always got on camera because he did this like dance where, they were like, Mr. Something like that. I don't remember what it was. But so he used to show up to the games early, during the shoot arounds and stuff like that. On my 16th birthday, I got a phone call from him and he was like, I got somebody that wants to talk to you. And it was Kobe wishing, nobody's going to believe me, and that's fine. Kobe wishing me a happy 16th birthday. I was, brother, my mom had to she was like, because I was like, oh my God. And I was like, yes, sir. Yeah. Cause he was like, cause at that time I played, I was in high school. So he was like, are you playing? I was like, I am. He's like, I don't have much time. He's like, but I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. He gave the phone back to Pastor Gaines, and I got on the phone and I was like, oh my gosh. So I have a very special place in my heart for Kobe Bryant. Like I'm emotional now, but you would have thought I knew this man when you would have thought I knew this man when I saw the report that he passed. I was like, no, because I saw it on Twitter first. I was like, bullshit. Nobody's talking about it on ESPN. I didn't get any notifications. I Googled it. Google hadn't even said anything at that time. And then it was right after that, like the notifications started coming in on ESPN and they started talking about it on TV. I was like, oh, like, so same way I acted with Mike, but so I love Kobe Bryant very, 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 very much. He is my Michael Jordan, our generation's Michael Jordan. I love Mike, but Kobe is, to me, the greatest to ever play the fucking game. And I just hope that they do this, if it is a biopic type, even though this report from Deadline saying it's not, everybody else saying it is, they do it justice. And I know it's supposed to be more so about the controversy around the drafting, the 8th pick, because I think it's called the 8th pick. He was originally drafted, I believe, by Charlotte, and they traded him to LA. And so I think that's what it's supposed to be about. I don't know. But big fan, big fan. I don't know how I feel about Michael B. Jordan playing him, but I'm a big fan.
Jump to this.
Fumble.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ty Simpkins, and welcome to The Fumble. Kobe Bryant's NBA career will come to an end this Wednesday, April 13th at Staples Center. Bryant is one of the greatest to ever play the game, but it's no secret that his last few seasons have not been up to his own standard and have been painful to watch, literally. Well, Apple decided to capitalize on Bryant's decline in their latest ad for the newest Apple TV. In the ad, Kobe is talking to Michael B. Jordan about a movie in which Jordan will play Kobe. Kobe is under the impression that Michael will be reenacting his glory days.
Here he is over Jackson.
See that?
How good is this kid?
That's the guy you're playing in this movie. Cold-blooded assassin.
Locked in the battle with Father Time.
Zach, no, what?
But Michael informs Kobe he will actually be portraying the most recent decline of him.
Like a hero, on the verge of a steep decline.
Needless to say, Kobe didn't take this well.
Siri, play The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. That's the guy I'm playing in this movie.
Get out of my trailer.
What?
Get out.
Of course, it's all in good fun, just to...
I love Kobe. He had the comedic sense, bro. He wasn't one of those athletes. You ever watch Kawhi Leonard on an HEB commercial?
Yes.
So dull.
It's like just like when we watched Shaq on the newest Superman commercial all these years, and Shaq still can't act. Still can't act.
Kobe did what he needed to do. He played the same character. He was always stern, right?
Yeah, no, Kobe.
Not always, actually.
There's even that commercial he does with Jalen Wilson.
Jalen Rose with the 81 olives.
Jalen Rose, yes, that one's great. That's a good one.
Kobe was a force, and his whole career in Hollywood. Think of every fucking executive who works in the movies who watches basketball for the last 20 years. He got you 5 championships. You love this man. This man was Kobe was entering storytelling. He already got his Oscar. I didn't care about the Oscars when he won an Oscar. I care more about it now, but even now I don't care. But he had that pull, and then he had to get the helicopter. Let's call it accident, but at the same time, Muhammad Ali had Parkinson's. His ability to talk was gone. You know what I mean? The influence that he had, the influence that Kobe had, and we don't get to maximize on it. The type of representation we could be getting in our film with Kobe behind it would have been epic, but unfortunately, he is unable.
Yeah, Kobe was special in more avenues than just playing basketball. It's a very, very, very talented soul in all ways. So, yeah, for sure.
Someone said the Guitar Hero commercial with Kobe Bryant. Might I play that?
Yeah, he was the guy. He was that. Maraxi, shut up!
Actually, the music is gonna flag us. You just kind of have to Wait for Kobe to come on.
Kobe said, "Nah, I'm gonna wear the long shorts."
Yeah, he's not wearing them underwears.
He said,
Yeah.
"Nah, we gonna keep the long shorts on."
Unleash your inner rock star.
They got Alex Rodriguez to do it.
I was very happy for him when he won the Oscar. Very happy for him.
With John Williams.
Yeah.
And now we're just RIPing everyone. Aaliyah. You want to feel old, right? It's been 24 years since we lost Aaliyah.
I will never forget that morning. We were getting ready for church. We were listening to I think the radio was on. TV wasn't on, but I know the radio was on. And I remember it coming on over the radio. And I remember my mom telling us in the bedroom that Aaliyah had passed. Yeah, I remember that morning.
That was a plane accident, right?
It was.
Are you suspicious about that?
I am. There's stories and things about it, but the weight was the issue, I believe. The weight of the cargo on the plane. I think the plane that they took wasn't meant to hold the weight that it was holding, and I think that was told to them. I could be wrong on it being told to them, but I think that's what did it. But there's conspiracy theories around it all.
The con man, Dr. Umar, seems to believe Kobe didn't want to fly, but was talked into it. No. He was a helicopter flyer for years. That was his thing. You mean he didn't want to fly that day? Like he knew about the smoke or whatever it was? Whatever.
It was the fog. It was way too foggy to had been in the air that morning.
So you think that Umar is saying Kobe knows fog and he knows I don't want it. Well, he just wouldn't have done it. Like he didn't want to wear small shorts. I remember a year ago, the Israelis got the leader in Iran, I think the president of Iran, in a helicopter accident. And I'm like, they also call that one an accident, but it's very clear that they go after leadership. So I'm like, damn, did they go after Kobe also? I'm not going to rule it out. I never will rule it out. It's always going to be a suspicion for me. 106 in Park after. Well, with the one after Aaliyah died.
Michael's was terrible on 106 in Park. Awful. Because I remember that one as well. I will never forget that day. I was in my bedroom. 106 in Park was on. I remember they cut the video that they were playing. They cut because they were doing, of course, the countdown. They cut it. Before we went to the video, everybody was cheerful. Came back after cutting that video. You got Roxy crying, the audience crying, Terrence eyes red, Roxy talking about I can't. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? Bruh, when they said that shit, I was like, no. Nah. Crazy. Yeah, that's another one I won't forget either. His, Aaliyah's, Kobe's. Some of those you don't forget where you are.
You say, yup, but that was a pager chill. You are conflating a couple different stories. The helicopter that I'm talking about when you stepped out, Darius, was no one ever took credit for it. It was just there was a helicopter crash and the leader happened to die who was on the helicopter. And it was never like we did it to them on purpose. The pagers things they did take credit for, and that was like the leaders of people in Lebanon, and I'll leave it there. When MJ died, MJ, that was a terrible day when Michael passed in the public memorial. The entire show changed right in the middle of the show when MJ passed. Yes, it did.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Tone definitely shifted. I was trying to get to LA for the funeral. I was trying to get there.
I had CNN on.
Yeah, I watched it, but it wasn't the same.
But I had it on like the moment it happened. It just happened to be on CNN.
Oh.
Darius, facts. When they said Michael died, I was in shock. It felt so surreal.
It did. It was crazy. And then I remember like, bruh, at that time, well, not that I've changed too much, but I was going at it. Well, I won't say I was going at it with them. It's not like they were going back at it with me. online. I was like sending all these like messages and shit to Bill O'Reilly, to Nancy, because at the time Nancy Grace had a show, because they were both dogging Mike, like dogging, especially Bill O'Reilly. I was like, oh, this motherfucker.
Well, Rupert Murdoch owns them, and that's why they wanted to do that.
Yeah, I haven't liked that man ever since. Ever since he started dogging Mike, I was like, oh, nah. I didn't even know who he was until then.
Yeah, he is a guy.
Well, I'm hosting this year's NBA 2K17's My Career Mode. My man over here, he usually doesn't do things like this, but Kobe, I appreciate you coming out.
No, it's my pleasure, man. I'm excited. Looking forward to seeing what kind of careers they're going to have.
You know what? I'm really glad you said that, because you laid out a pretty perfect foundation, man. The blueprint was pretty flawless.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, the air ball.
Considering career mode, the entire career. That's good and bad. Ups and downs. Come on, man.
Unbelievable.
That moment. That's a moment. That's a moment.
They lost that Phoenix Suns series.
That's fine. One of the greatest series they had
of the game
was that San Antonio
saw
series.
Yeah, all of it, honestly. The good, the bad, the wins, the losses. It's a lot like boxing, man. It's really about the opponent within yourself. It's the most important, right? You win that battle, then you win the rest of them.
It's a game within the game. Oh, man. All right. Well, welcome to... What am I doing? I got you right here. Can you do the honors?
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to NBA 2K17's My Career Mode. Enjoy.
$2K17.
Yeah, Kobe.
And it's been the same game ever since.
Um,
They just slap a new cover athlete, and it's the same game.
I used to play live when live was back in the day, before live was considered to be shitty and 2K considered to be better. I used to like live a lot. NBA Street was fun. All of those ones.
Both were EA. It's in the game.
Yeah, EA Sports. It's in the game. Kobe, that San Antonio series they had though, when Fisher hit that last buzzer beater. That's a great one. I was grounded for that series, but my mom was like, because I was sitting at the top of the stairs, I was like, "What's the score now? What's it now?" And she's like, "Just come down here." Great game. I'll never forget that moment because I was so ready to go to bed. I was like, well, I guess it's over. I'm going to go to bed. That's when I was a Laker die-hard, couldn't tell me shit fan. Derek Fisher came down there, buzzer beater, bro. The next day at school, I was like, all my friends. It's just crazy. That's some great NBA moments. I haven't really had a whole lot of NBA moments like that, even in my Curry fandom. Although Steph has done some Steph-tacular ass shit. Yeah, Steph-nificent, Steph-tacular, all that. Wardell.
Culture Crave. David Leitch is now confirmed to direct the Gears of War Netflix movie. John Spates, Dune, is writing the script. It's an opportunity to do a war film and a bit of sci-fi. Okay, does that concern you? We're doing a war film, a bit of sci-fi. It's an opportunity to adapt the Gears of War game. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah, it's that old, everybody wanting to do their own take. And the thing is, I forgot who said it. It was a celebrity recently that said it. Nobody wants to see your take on it. We want to see what we've read or
That'd be Bo DeMeo.
Oh, was that Bo? I don't know if that was Bo. I don't think I'm quoting Bo. I think I'm quoting someone much more famous than Bo that said that. But Yeah, I agree. Nobody wants to see your shit. We want to see what we've read, what we've grown up on, what we know. And this was a fun ass game. And I would like to see that on screen, not a war film with a bit of sci-fi.
Tony says, I feel video game adaptations have been more successful as shows. Ooh. No, the Sonic movies were impactful. The Knuckles TV show, nobody talks about.
There's a Knuckles TV show?
On Paramount Plus.
Shut your mouth.
6 episodes.
Is it new?
Yeah. Maybe a year old, maybe even. So
with Idris?
Halo, yeah, with Idris doing the voice. Halo is happening on a TV program. They've got 2 seasons of Halo. Then people like that. Last of Us was a game. People liked that. You might have a point here.
Mario
was a movie, though. Yeah. It came out before Sonic 3. And Sonic 3 was late November, maybe? Jalen asks us to hold up. Well, what do you got to say, Jalen? No one liked the Halo show? I'm saying people did like the Halo show. But Tony's claim was that video game adaptations have been more successful as shows.
I didn't watch the Halo show, but I know people didn't like it.
Oh. Because he took off his mask.
He took off his mask. I think there were some other breaking things that people were like, what the fuck?
If we discussed the Knuckles show, it wasn't for a long talk. People did not like that Halo series. That show was terrible. Okay, never mind. Maybe Tony's got a point then.
Yeah. It's just they just got to stop doing this whole my vision, because it's I the one that I use most recent is Lilo and Stitch, when the directors say, we just couldn't figure out a way to make Gantu make sense. What do you mean by that? There's a whole movie where he makes sense. The fuck do you mean by that? So it's like, no, you just wanted to do your own thing, and I didn't fuck with your thing. I hated your own thing. Now, the moments where it was one for one of the movie, loved it. The moments where it was like changing, like I hated the change with Jumba, and I think Zach Galifianakis was the most oh god, the voice as Jumba was just not great. So the whole thing, and when you start doing stuff like that, nobody wants to see that shit. So yeah, you got to stick close to the source material, or I don't know, the source material. Just do that.
I heard that Halo's second season was better, but the first season burned the fans. The second season was decent at best. Okay. The original Resident Evil movies were pretty accurate. Do you want accurate with Gods of War? I know Gears of War. I know things are going to be different. Just keep it the same.
I keep it.
When do we ever complain? Those Harry Potter movies were too much like the book. That doesn't happen.
Yeah, no. It's these, like I said, these directors wanting to take their creative swings. It's like, why don't you make your own shit then and creatively swing on that? But you're creatively swinging on something that already exists and people love. Nobody wants that.
Mm-hmm.
At all. Now,
Colin Farrell says he doesn't want to have a big part in the Batman Part 2, but he's reading the script this week. I don't have many scenes. I don't believe, but I'll be there for whatever. Matt Reeves is so brilliant. I don't know what the story is yet.
So for those people that watched Penguin, does this upset you?
You should be happy he's in the movie. You should be happy. That's all.
Did you watch Penguin?
No. He's going to get in the chair, put the prosthetics on, and he'll have maybe 3 days on set, do his scenes, and goodbye.
No, Professor said no. He watched. Lawrence said no.
He should be the B plan villain.
So like the secondary villain in there, or just not in it at all.
You know, whatever the story requires. The first movie was about the Riddler. Second movie won't be about the Riddler, and Penguin doesn't need to be there. Same with Zoe Kravitz's character. She doesn't need to be there because she did leave town. Well, they can do whatever they want to do, and they'll do whatever you want to do. If you want to include him because he was on a TV show and you want to appease those fans, yes, you please those fans.
Yeah, I liked him in the film. I thought he was, one of the best parts of the film. I really loved him as, and what they changed his name to. It's not Cobblepotts. It's just Oz, whatever. Yeah, I liked him a lot in that. I didn't watch Penguin though, but I don't even think, from what we've heard rumor wise, it doesn't bother me that he's really not in it that much as far as who the villains are supposedly supposed to be. So I'm cool.
So am I. I'm cool. Next. Are we back to Marvel?
The MCU.
Star-Lord, Peter Quill, will reportedly build a new team in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Something tells me it might be this. And here is a tweet. Annihilator's movie is currently in development at Marvel Studios. And we got the Silvers, Norrin Rad. We've got Gladiator of the Shi'ar Empire. Beta Ray Bill from, I forget his planet. Ronan the Accuser in the back, is it? And Adam Warlock. Annihilator. That is a cosmic team. I don't even know what comic these guys are from. Like, when did they have that team?
The Annihilators comics.
Yeah, I don't know where that's from. Is that from the Annihilation Wave? Is it like a tie-in?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I actually just finished building this team on my out of my Marvel Legends. Actually, I'm not done. I still need Drax. Even though Drax is not pictured in there, Drax is on the team as well. But yeah, very, very cool cosmic team. The only thing here is I don't... Peter Quill.
It's a 4-issue limited series by Dan Abnett, who was kind of the czar of Marvel Cosmic in that 2010 era. And we're wrong button. March 2, 2011. Because you demanded it, Marvel's all-star cosmic team and cult faves, Rocket Raccoon and Groot, in one massive mini. The Silver Surfer, Beta Ray Bill, Quasar, Ronan, when the dire wraths strike Cosmic Masters DNA, and assemble the heaviest hitters in all the universe to save the day. And there's more. Plus, the demented duo of Rocket Raccoon and Groot return for their own new reader-friendly adventure. What do you do after you've saved the galaxy? DNA and the fabulous Timothy Green 2 answer that with madcap SF combat and swashbuckling spacefaring mayhem. This was just 4 issues of, you know what I mean? But they're going to make a movie out of it, or a team out of it, huh?
I think it's a really cool team. You got Gladiator, Beta Ray, Norrin, Ronan, Nova, Quasar.
Rocket and Groot. Well, they can also change the team, right?
Yeah, well, they could, and I just really wish they fucking wouldn't, because they're going to change the team to some shit. I mean, because to me, adding Peter Quill to it already this is a very powerful cosmic team. Adding Peter Quill to this team, I don't think, like, what? No. Peter Quill's version of the Annihilators won't be this. Maybe Nova, if they ever get him off the ground. But I don't think it would be this. Because how's Peter Quill? Where does Peter Quill... so if you've got this roster, if this was like if this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so if this was an NBA team here, or a pickup team, and you've only got 6 of you, and Peter Quill's the sub, His game is not anywhere close to these motherfuckers' game. So that means brother's only going in if we're up big, or to give somebody a very quick breather. Meaning he can't hang with these motherfuckers. So I'm saying his version of the Annihilators won't be this if they really are doing that. It won't be the power of Norn Rad or Nova or Gladiator, Beta Ray Bill or Quasar.
If you're trying to sell the movie, you have a star like Chris Pratt and a figure in the MCU who you've sold movie tickets on, like Guardians did well.
The business point makes sense.
That's why.
The business point makes sense. The team is not going to be this. So
he can be the general manager. He can acquire the team. I need to assemble a new team, not the Guardians of the Galaxy, but something bigger. And then he reaches out to these dudes. That's it. You can have the X-Men tie-in because of the Gladiator character. You can have the Fantastic Four because of the Silver Surfer character. You can have Thor tie-in because of Beta Ray Bill. You know what I mean? But it's Marvel, so they'll drop the ball. It's Marvel. They'll drop the ball. Something we used to never say back in 2014.
Lauren said they would need to set up all these characters too, but would they? Could we not just do the whole James Gunn thing? Like,
yeah,
because if this is supposed to be after Secret Wars, I would assume. So this is a whole new universe. Things are different. They've been here.
Straight.
Yeah. Anyway, they're also talking about like some other shit too.
Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Yes. So a Judgment Day project is reportedly in the works at Marvel Studios. I'll click on Cosmic Circus, but this was 3 years ago, maybe. This was the Judgment Day was Avengers versus X-Men versus Eternals, and the Eternals says that like our job is to take care of deviants, and since mutants are descendants and they've deviated, their genes mean that they are deviants, and we've got to eliminate all of the deviants, the mutants. That's the war that the Eternals had on them. That's the story that this was, and it was decent. It was all right, and then everything returned back to the status quo as Marvel Comics does. So it was really a nothing story comic book wise.
Oh, we didn't have to. I don't know what he was talking about in here. But yeah, the whole Judgment Day one. We do know the Eternals are going to have to sometime, eventually come back around. So, yeah, they're reportedly not in Doomsday, reportedly not in Secret Wars. I'd assume they would show back up sometime after Secret Wars. You get these guys back together. The actress that plays Makari said she hadn't heard shit. Not shocked. But we do know that they're doing it because Kamal and Johnny said that, hey, he signed a, 6-picture deal?
Yeah, he did reveal that in that podcast. I was like, this is going to be my job for the next 10 years. I signed on for 6 movies. I signed on for a video game. I signed on for a theme park ride. You're like, okay, so I'll be doing Marvel movies every year. And in between, I'll do my own little things.
No. You'll do a Marvel movie and
misfortune.
You'll do a Marvel. That's Marvel's fault, bro. I watched Eternals this weekend, actually. I put it on. That first few acts are kind of strong. But then you get to that fucking third act. Jesus, it is terrible. It's Marvel's fault that he's not doing a movie, or that they weren't better received. You did a film with 10 characters that weren't popular in comics anyway, and you tried to make them, thought that you could, because we're Marvel Studios, we can, do what we're doing and everybody's going to love it, and we've taken characters before that aren't very popular in comics and look what we've made them into. Not to say they couldn't have done this with the Eternals. They could have. It was the way that they chose to go with the Eternals. A movie to get the overall audience known on who these 10 characters are. And yeah, it's like, well, we threw some MCU stuff in there, like, what's this table made out of? Vibranium, and he hits it, and And oh, who's now that Steve Rogers is gone, who's going to lead the Avengers? And oh, I used to run with Thor, and now I learned, all that stuff. They threw fun Thanos stuff in there, all that kind of stuff, blah, blah, blah. But again, 10 characters in 2 hours.
Ta-da!
That was the time to use Disney Plus. 10 episodes, an hour a character. I'm not saying that you spend each episode with that character, but it's still an ensemble show. But I thought that would have been Disney Plus worthy. But maybe because you had an Angelina Jolie, is she like, I'm not Disney Plus material?
Yep.
You have a Richard Madden. I'm not Disney Plus material.
How much did that Angelina Jolie casting help you at the end? Did more people buy a movie ticket because of her?
It didn't help them at all. It didn't help them at all. And I also don't like the way they did the Deviants. I know, again, people that don't know Eternals, the casuals that were just going in there didn't know the difference. But I thought that's where they fucked up too. Even when I go back and rewatch Eternals, I still say the same thing. The damn beasts are stupid. I think you should have made the Deviants what they are in comics. Talking, walking, thinking, not mindless monsters that Arishem put on there to take out the dinosaurs. No. It was cooler when Crow became somewhat of his comic counterpart. I was just thinking, had he been that the whole fucking movie, it'd have been better. But I also have the complaints with Ajax, like changing Ajax and making it Selma Hayek. Why? I know that was that MCU she-boss time. Let's make everybody a girl. But no. And, well, I won't say that part, but no.
Complete and utter BS. Kumulna Gianni, you want to play Booster Gold? I'm telling you, that does nothing for your demographic. You did not popularize a character who looks like you. You just took a paycheck. You did not advance anything. There's no progress. Do what Iman Vellani did.
Yeah, see, Lawrence, that's what I was going to say. But I was going to say some other stuff. But yes, her acting was terrible. Terrible as Ajax. It's awful. It is awful. Like, there was a part I laughed at this weekend when she touches Icarus's chest and she says, I can't even do it. I can't even do it. But when she talking about your faith in Arishem is strong, it's the way she delivers that line is hilarious. And it's because I don't even think she believes it. I felt like she's just reading off the paper and it's just like, okay, Marvel. It's just like
Kal-El, no?
It's like it's like Kal-El, no. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Iman Vellani is Instagramming now. She posted something the other day. And then I wrote, hey, don't be shy to give a free Palestine. She said, free Palestine always. My heart breaks for the innocent lives lost. No one should have to suffer like this. We need justice, peace, and humanity above everything. That was cool of her. She's not on the, oh, I gotta keep quiet and so I can keep my job. Just like Mark Ruffalo from the Hulk movies.
Here we are today. The IPC, the group that's responsible for designating starvation or famine in a particular area, has just stated that Gaza is in a state of famine. Famine.
This was yesterday.
Yeah, but he's never been shy about his political views, ever.
Yeah.
This is a man-made disaster. It's a man-made criminal act to kill civilian populations. And it's being perpetrated by Israel and the IDF. They have all the food in the world on one side of the border. And on the other side, they have nothing. Don't let Gaza starve. Speak up. Don't stop until there's a just and lasting peace. Yes, we must stop this. We must bring the hostages home. We must stop the killing of the children. More than 80% of the people who have died in this war are civilians. It's insane. Do something. President Trump, do something. You say you care about starving people. You say you want to stop war. Do something.
I don't think he cares.
Germany, do something. Europe, do something. UK, do something. We're going to sit here and watch this happen? It's insane. It's heartbreaking.
I want to see Iman Vellani do that now.
Yeah, Ruffalo's never been quiet. He's been outside of Trump Tower. He's been on, I think, this stood with, I forget, other celebrities and protested. He's called out Trump publicly. He's never been quiet on his political views and things like that. But I just, anyway, I don't know what.
He's been told to shut up about it though years ago, and now he just doesn't care. Now he's like, "Nah, I got my job. I'm on Spider-Man. I'm on set. All right, you know what? I'm gonna talk."
Who are you talking about?
Mark Ruffalo.
Oh yeah, well, and it's like, and also don't. Yeah, but I don't know. It's a.
Regardless of,
I'm just trying to figure out how to even say it. There's not to say I keep to do what he's doing. Yes, be a voice, don't stop. But it's just like sometimes I feel like even that video is just yelling into an empty void. At the end of the day, yes, you're reaching our ears, and I agree. I completely agree. I'm on that side. I'm more politically active on my Instagram stories than I am on Twitter and things like that. So I'm completely on that side of the fence. It's just, again, it's like he dumbass was just on the news the other day saying they're about to deploy the National Guard to Chicago. And then they're going to hit New York next. And it's like when they're talking, when you're watching videos that we've watched of the stuff going on in DC with the National Guard, and who knows what it's going to look like in Chicago and New York. And then you've got the Epstein files just being said on, and now it's a hoax when that's what you ran on with your campaign and all this, and you're getting away with all the things you're getting away with. It's just like, again, I'm not saying don't continue to do everything, continue to protest, continue to yell, continue to be a voice. It's like he's invincible. And it's that conversation that Stacey Abrams had about the 7 or 9 steps to autocracy. Once you have placed people in places that emulate your wants and your likeness and everything that you are wanting, and people that look like you and think like you and blah, 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 then the takeover becomes easy. Have you not seen that video of Stacey Abrams talking about the set? Yeah, then the takeover becomes easy. So again, I'm still yelling. I tag the white. I want them to ban me on Instagram because I always get warnings. Every time I post something about him, I get a warning. Are you sure you've been flagged for certain comments before? Yes, I'm tagging him. I want you to see it. I'm not saying don't do any of those things. Do those things. It just feels, again, like all of that we're doing, he's untouchable. He has, and it's almost, I know a lot of people compare it to Star Wars, and it's real. It's like the Mace Windu line. He has control of the Senate and the courts. Like what? Like he.
If you think, okay, I didn't take that at all as a Trump thing. I think fuck.
I know what I know what it's about, but I'm saying even he, regardless of it being a Trump thing, whose name did he call out at the end?
He called the UK.
Okay,
he called everyone.
But he said, President Trump, do something. You say you care, do something.
All right. About 2 years ago, there was election season. Biden was in there. And when the attacking started happening in the beginning of the genocide, the Democrats were in charge and they were doing nothing because they're equally as compromised as the Republicans are by the Israeli lobbies who've been funding them, keeping their secrets, their intelligence agency, and everything that Israel has to manipulate and puppeteer. So while it is easy now to go Trump do something, and now Democratic left-leaning type of people can be like, okay, now I get to be angry because it's not the Democrats who are perpetuating this. Like Biden's not president anymore, I can be mad at Trump. But I it's the same thing. It's the same problem. Do something. I would say take action. Yes, things you can do is boycott Israeli brands. Take some time to never.
Yeah, but just
support
because
McDonald's.
just because someone's not calling out Biden currently does not mean someone hasn't called out Biden before. The reason I'm not pointing my fingers at Biden currently is because Biden's not the one in charge right now. Biden's not the one that ran on a campaign that said I'm going to now naively, if you want to believe that he said he was going to end the war on day one, then sure. But Biden's not the one that ran on that campaign. That was this man.
Well, this man has been paid by the Dallas Mavericks' new owner, Miriam Adelson, and she's heavy Zionist. She gave him like $200 million. He has no plans to give human rights to the people who live in Gaza or anything like that. We can point at that, sure. I'm just saying Biden was equally Zionist too.
Right, but I just don't understand when because I talked to my and I use the word friend, associates, let's call them that, Republican friend associates quite often when on Instagram when I'm posting my opinions. Of course, they always have their opinions. And they always like to bring up Biden and Obama. And I'm like, why are we like, because we make it seem as if Biden wasn't, as if we hold Biden to this unbreakable, untouchable standard. I criticize Biden plenty. The only reason I voted Biden in 2020 was because it was against this motherfucker. That's why.
You'll have that again in 24 and 28 and in 2032. There's always going to be the boogeyman from the Republican Party. So
okay,
so hold on. Let me finish.
We're not going to. Yeah, but
I know. I have to finish the thought out.
Yeah, but you
the
cut
primary
me off as well. We're not going to continue.
I gotta say it's important.
Sure,
it's really
go ahead. Go.
The primary elections before 2024 and before, like, we didn't have one this time, but 2028 is very integral. It's like important that you don't support some guy who is compromised, who is going to be funded by the NRA, the pharmaceutical companies, the guy who's going to not regulate the very things we need to be regulated because the industries are like behind him. The social media network companies like Facebook and TikTok and Twitter, and all of them started getting behind Biden last in 2020. This time for the 2024, they all got behind Trump. And guess what? Trump is not going to be trying.
So even what you just said doesn't change what I was going to say. You're saying in the next year there's going to be a bigger boogie.
There's going to be a primary election.
We've not had a boogeyman like this boogeyman.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
It's not a sure though.
There hasn't been. No, I'm with it. There hasn't been a boogeyman like Donald Trump. There will still be another boogeyman coming up in 4 years.
Okay,
and the important thing
but I
is
don't
to make
look
sure that
at
the Democratic
when
primary.
I look back, I let you talk.
But I didn't finish.
When I look back on the elections and stuff like that, I'm not looking. I don't look at Bush the way that I look at Trump. And I wasn't able to vote or anything like that as a child. But when I even look back on some of the debates and things, how they used to treat each other, it's nothing like this man. So when you say we're going to have a big, again, I'm going to say this, and you're not going to like that I'm going to say, so I'm going to say it. You're saying that from a very comfortable seat, a different country. So when you make it lesser than what it is, it's not, oh, yeah, you're going to have another bigger man in 2020 and 2020. No, we haven't had a Donald Trump ever. So it's not just roll off.
The reason why I said there's going to be another boogeyman in 2028 is because you said you weren't voting for Biden, you were voting against Trump. Now, I want at the next Democratic primary election from my comfortable place in Canada, I want the primary the victorious guy is being uncompromised, not paid by Israel or not paid by Facebook or not paid by the people that we don't need to be like a grassroots candidate to come out the primary election for the Democrats, be the head nomination, and then we won't be like, well, we're voting against who the boogeyman is on the Republicans. It could be,
but that was
there's actually a guy who wants to have Medicare for all ages.
That was the only option, though. I mean,
I know that
when he won in 2016, shouldn't have won then. But that was the only, I voted in 2016 again. My very first time voting obviously was Obama. I voted Obama. Boom. Voted 2016. Voted for against him. the outcome. I mean, that's what we got. That's what we got.
That was in the general election. That's what you got, and so I can justify voting against the evil Republican. There will be an evil Republican 4 years from now, and there will be another one 4 years. But in the Democratic primary, who the candidate gets to be is important, very important, if we want to enact change, because the primary elections are the most substantial elections.
Yeah, we know that, but
Very
it's all on who the Democrats put before us. I mean, we can only vote for who's put before us, and if the candidate before us is the best we've got, then
yeah, the real fight happens in the primary. So you make sure that it's not a compromised politician who will do the bidding of the billionaires during the primary. You see the guy who Bloomberg and Jeff Bezos are funding against, you know.
We're talking the next election and this and that. We don't. Again, we're living in the currency of this one. We don't, the way that this one's talking, and some of you might say, oh, you're exaggerating, or oh, that's not going to happen. Okay, then you're not fucking paying attention. We're living in a world right now where they're talking about another 4 years for him. So you're talking about primaries and this and that and blah, blah, blah. When over here, they're talking about no, 4 more years. And oh, we'll find a way around it. Because he got asked, the Constitution says against it. Oh, we'll find a way around it. You can look that up. That's Googleable. We'll find a way around it. So I'm dealing with the here, the now, what we've got, and the here and the now, what we've got. And the only reason I even brought up Trump from what he said is because Ruffalo said Trump. I understand what he was referencing. I understand what's going on in Gaza. I know who he was talking to, but he also talked to Trump specifically. That's why I even brought up Trump. But like I said, in the here and the now for the next 4 years, that's what we've got to deal with. And then you could, again, for some of you watching might say, oh, you're exaggerating. Then you're not paying attention. Your eyes aren't open. Let's use woke correctly. You're not staying woke.
Yeah. Shuffling over back to the Iman Vellani, someone asked what's she up to. This. Did I share it?
It is on the screen.
Set by a terrible curse.
Hold on. It's choppy, right? Let me close some of these tabs. Tales from the Wood Creek teaser trailer. Close that Cosmic Surface tag and everything. I hope it will not be as choppy right now. I hope the camera improves.
Once upon a time, the town of Wood Creek was beset by a terrible curse.
I have absolutely no idea what to expect.
It really became more immersive than a normal D&D game.
I, like you, am a descendant of the leaders of Wood Creek. I believe if we can find it,
what the hell is this?
Perhaps save all of Wood Creek at the same time.
I knew this was going to be cool. I don't think I knew it was going to be this cool.
There's a book with an eyeball in it. That was crazy. That was fun.
I'm Deborah Ann Wool.
Anjali Bhamani.
Monty Martin.
Iman Vellani.
Chama Jumper.
Kelly McLaughlin.
Jessica Hennick.
Will Wheaton.
The doors spread open. Welcome to Wood Creek, where the party never ends.
Friends and enemies, that is a natural 20.
We find you here to set all free. We ask for strength, so won't it be?
These are the tales from Wood Creek.
The what?
It's D&D, the Tales from Wood Creek.
Oh, D&D.
The Dungeon Dragons.
Yes. I don't know why I was about to say Do Not Disturb. Yes. Dungeons and Dragons.
Drunken Dragons.
That is what Cody, my old co-host, they all play. They play that every, I think they play it every Sunday, I think.
Oh.
They've tried to get me to come and play. Not my thing. It's all imaginary, right? There's an actual board, but you have to. I've seen The Big Bang Theory, one of my favorite shows. I've seen them play it, and it's all imaginary. I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can.
When I heard Deborah Ann Wool explain it to Punisher, and he said, "How you win? You don't win." You lost me. I'm not playing this game. You can't win. It's just you have your imagination. You roll the die. How many steps do you take forward? Oh my god! Like, shut up. I don't want to play this damn Dungeon Dragon game. You lose, you die. I'm dead. Okay, game over. No, now you're in hell. What do you do when you see the demon? Roll the dice.
Yeah. I know it's like a dungeon master and they tell the story. It's like, now you see an elf and he hits you with his orc or whatever. And then what do you do next? And I'm like, I can't do that. I cannot sit around at a table with you dressed up and do that.
The video games are good. Yeah. And people say the movie was good too. That Dungeon Dragon
I've heard
movie.
the movie is good. I've heard it's good. But how do you do how do you do a movie over it? Is the movie actually the quest, I guess?
Yeah, and maybe things that are on the board, maybe they incorporate chance also. I'm just rolling the dice. Maybe, I don't know.
I'm gonna have to watch the movie. I've heard it's good.
I don't think if you're not a fan of Dungeons and Dragons, you would appreciate the Easter eggs.
Oh, I wouldn't even recognize them. I wouldn't even know.
They'll talk about some legendary set limited edition, and they'll mention it in the movie, and you'd be like, yeah, he just says the necro thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have no idea.
Maybe if there was a superhero version like Marvel or DC, there probably is a Marvel DC Dungeon Dragons. You kidding me?
Probably.
That's too geeky for me, maybe. I don't want to say that, Ricardo, that it's too geeky. Is there a better way we can express that? It's not something enough. Not that it's too geeky.
I just can't put myself in that world of imaginating. I'm sorry, being that imaginative to be like, what do you do next? Because I've watched Big Bang Theory. They'd be like, I take out my black sword and I dagger him with the whatever, and I'm like, what? And they're like, oh, too late. He's already blasted you with something, and I'm like, oh no. Yeah, no.
The enemy is unmasked. He turns out to be your brother. What do you do?
Too late.
He's dead. Alan Cumming from Nightcrawler.
We're seeing. You are shooting, I think, right now, Avengers Doomsday.
I just finished.
We're seeing Nightcrawler again.
You're not finished.
You did that, obviously, in X2, but you didn't want to do it again, I heard.
No, that's true. I didn't want to do it again because it was such a hideous experience. Yeah. Everyone thinks, oh, the makeup was so... It wasn't that. It was just, they didn't write me in.
How, after all these years, have you come back to...
Yeah, well, it was so funny because we got this call from the Marvel people, and they were obviously hugely secretive about it. And I went into the meeting with Kevin, and I didn't know, we didn't know whether it was to be Nightcrawler again or to be another person, another character.
Yeah.
We didn't know anything about it actually. And it was so funny that when they told me what it was Nightcrawler and everything, it actually was and they're so nice. I mean, absolutely lovely. And the Russo brothers who are lovely.
Super nice.
I mean, it was actually it sounds a bit sort of, schlocky, but it was a very healing thing to do because I think X2 is a great film.
Yeah.
But I had really, truly one of the most miserable experiences of my working life doing it. And so to go back and play that character again and sort of have some closure. Yeah. I mean, I saw Jimmy Morrison said that he felt the same way about it. So called it closure. And I think that's for me too. It was actually a really lovely thing to do. And also I really never thought I would be playing a superhero again. Not at age, I just turned 60. You just don't think these things are going to happen. But that's what I love about this business we call show. These things you never know what's around the corner.
It's not show business. It's the business we call show.
The business we call show.
Confirmed. Avengers Doomsday. No, there was no fight between Robert Downey, Ryan Reynolds on set for Doomsday. It has been confirmed to be a rumor, and no one knows who's clashing with who. Did you see what John Roca said on the weekend?
Tina sent me some things, but I didn't watch. I didn't have time. You know how the weekend went for me, but I didn't have time. But she did send me the link. And she told me that Robert Downey Jr. is saying that it's uncomfortable to be in the mask. and in the suit. And she also said sounds like some diva energy.
Roka talks directly to you. He says, Darius, I watched you, and I got to tell you this. I can say and report whatever I want.
Business. And people just see me as this guy who goes on shows and has opinions on stuff and don't think about the fact that I have quite a few friends who are in this business and high up in this business, by the way, executives, friends that I know. And they will occasionally reach out to me and toss me stuff, or they'll occasionally talk to me about stuff that they hear. And I go on the relationship that I have with them and the trust that I have with them. And then I also have occasional sources who reach out to me who work on sets and verified to be working on sets. And they hand me stuff. And then, of course, Jeff gets stuff all the time as well. And Jeff is the one who's been breaking a lot of the Avengers.
Here.
This story, I saw people run like crazy claiming it was a physical fight. And as I said, it was not.
Okay.
And the other story I heard was that it was Robert Downey Jr. and Ryan Reynolds. Well, let me say unequivocally that it was not Ryan Reynolds and it was not RDJ who were involved in this. Neither.
There you go.
Not Ryan Reynolds and not RDJ.
Okay. Well, I also, and then I was like, oh, it's Pedro Pascal. Now later in the stream, he's going to say it's not Pedro Pascal also. There's a clip of him confirming that. So then I think I don't care anymore. When it's not those three figures, who was it? Vanessa Kirby and Shang-Chi's actor? Like, who was it?
It's why I said the last time we talked about it. Then, John, keep it to your fucking self. Why even bring it up on the stream?
He addresses that. It's almost like he's talking directly to you. Like,
well, great.
Let's
hear it.
Take a second to find it though.
Who are bitching like you think you owed something.
Here it is. I found it. Here.
Oh yeah, come on.
I
John.
don't like to get involved in that. So I would have had to have probably talked to a lawyer, a really good lawyer first, to be like, am I okay to reveal the names? Blah, blah, blah. So then I saw some people commenting on this and getting super upset in their nerd anger and their geek anger. Like, well, why did you say anything if you can't give us the names? Give me the names. Who the hell are you that you think I need to give you the names? Get off your high horse. Get off your self-important soapbox. Sit the fuck down.
Pause that.
I have the information. I don't.
The reason that is so dumb for him to even say, who the hell are you for me to give you the information or whatever? Obviously, you thought people were pretty fucking important for you to even tell them the information on your show. Otherwise, if you didn't think that the audience was important enough for you to give that information, you'd have held that close to your fucking chest. But you clearly thought that the audience and the people that the geeks people that you're now talking about, who the fuck are you? Those are the people that you fucking told the information to from the start. So that whole argument doesn't make any good dumb sense.
It gets more logical.
Owe you a goddamn thing, and I don't owe to tell you a fucking thing about anything. Okay.
Again, why have a show? Why have a fucking show where you're breaking news? Why do that then? No, you don't owe anybody anything. But when you have a show and you are the lead of a show and you host a fucking daily or weekly show and that show revolves around sometimes breaking fucking news, no, you don't owe it. But nigga, you gave it. What? You gave that information. So of course people are going to come at you and be like, yeah, give us the names. Why say anything anyway then? I'm people. Why say anything anyway? If you're not going to continue on your whole thing, like you have a show, bro. I'm sorry. Like I feel him on the consulting with the lawyer thing, but at the same time, it's kind of like Tasha K said. At the same time, I got a job to do too. Does he not get paid for this?
It's almost like a basketball player who's like, well, you think I'm going to play these minutes? What? I'm just going to sit. You're not entitled to see me play basketball. I can be on the bench. Why do I have to check in the fourth quarter?
Huh? Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, brother. You got like
you're doing the job.
Yeah, you have a job, right? Like you're getting paid to do this. You weekly are breaking news weekly. Something like weekly, we're getting something from Jeff Snyder that was broken on the hot mic hosted by John Roca. So when you break news and then people get mad at you for not giving the full names or whatever, I'm not saying I'm mad at him. I'm not mad at him. I'm just saying, why fucking tell us? That's all I'm saying. And again, him saying, well, I don't owe you guys anything. But again, You clearly thought you owed them something when you broke the news. Like you got to pick us. Then don't break no more news, John. How about that? Don't say shit out
when I want to dole it out. It's as simple as that. For those of you who respect that, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You know what it's like. For the small minority of you who are bitching like you think you owed something, get the fuck on out of here. You're not owed a goddamn thing. Okay? I will tell you when I want to tell you. Or it'll break and someone else will give the names and then I'll verify it because someone else took the bullet first.
Ooh, someone else took the bullet first.
Okay, so that's what it is. He doesn't
earlier in the stream, he says, no, it's not my story to break because it came from another source. And so I don't want to jump on the other guy's story, right? And now, and I wish I showed that part earlier, but now his new thing is, I don't want to take the bullet. That is open to interpretation. I can interpret that phrase as you don't want your access to be lost. You don't want to burn bridges with the studios, with Marvel specifically, and Disney, particularly that huge, huge studio, right? There's always something every month that you could be covering for them and you could be invited to. You don't want to take the bullet is different than what you say earlier in the stream, which that's someone else's story. And if that's someone else's story, fine. One day passes, that someone else hasn't broken it. It's been 2 days now. We're at day 3. That person's not going to break the story and tell you who it was. So now it's your chance. You don't have to say, I'm just waiting for him because it's his story to break. You don't have to wait anymore. He's not breaking the story. He's not saying the names. Go, say the names. Go. Don't hit me with, I'll verify. Anyways, it's 2 different explanations. It's a double explanation. On one hand, it's someone else's story. I have to respect that person. We don't jump on other people's leads, and it's his story to break, or her story, whoever it is. And then you get, well, I'm gonna take the bullet. What was the wording exactly? Take the bullet. Let me rewind.
That's how someone else will give the names, and then I'll verify it because someone else took the bullet first, and that's how it works. Okay,
someone else took the bullet.
That's not how it works, though. That's not how it works because. Again, any other time that they drop something, the only reason he's even saying this is because he's getting backlash. Because any other time that they break news, it's never like, oh, well, we're not going to say the whole breaking news portion that we have here because we want somebody else to take the bullet first. They break the entire whatever it is. And then when people receive it the way that he wants people to receive it, then it's like, oh, yeah, well, John, remember, you heard that first from John Roca. You heard that here first. But now that it's people receiving it in a negative way because he didn't give all the information, now it's like, well, who the fuck are you to come at me and blah, blah, blah. You got to pick a side of the fence that you're on, John. Are you breaking stories? Are you the John Roca show breaking stories on the hot mic or not? Is it the hot mic or the lukewarm mic? Which one is it? Like, come on, bro. Like that is crazy. That's crazy. It's crazy. And again, I'm not mad at him. I mean, you want to share it. You want to share the names, you share the names. Yeah, is it the hot mic or the lukewarm mic? Like, which is it? Like, come on, bro. You're the one with the weekly show called the hot mic. So yeah, keep that motherfucker hot. But again, I don't care if you share the names or you don't share the names. My point is just then keep the information to yourself.
Don't give me 2 separate, completely non-related reasons for why you're not telling the story. Okay, you don't want to jump on your man's story and you don't want to reveal it. That's why you're waiting for him to do it. Not, I don't want to I have to take the bullet. Oh, if I'm the guy, because who knows what it is. I mean, it could be a racial thing. They could be fighting over race. He doesn't want to stoke racial flames, because Mackie was someone joked about his girl, whatever the situation. I don't know, I'm making it up. I don't know what it was. And he just doesn't want to be contributing to a firestorm. And I understand that. Just say that. You can say that. You can say, I don't want to contribute to a firestorm. I don't want this to get out. This is divisive times. And the reason the remark that was made by the one actor on set was something that would stoke flames. And I just don't want to be a part of that. You can say something like that. And I'd be like, oh, okay. I still don't know what it is that was said, and it's up to my judgment to know if it's going to spark a racial storm. Well, I respect that, John Roca. I respect how you don't want to contribute, but still, then shut up and don't say that there was a fight on set.
Right. It's just crazy.
A disagreement.
He went in, didn't he? He said, "Who the fuck are you?" He went in.
So there are certain things I don't mind revealing things on. There are certain things I don't mind talking about, but there are certain things that I also have to respect sources and respect how things come to me, and that's just how it is. But
he changed. He went back to how I have to respect my sources and how information comes to me. Just a second ago, it was, I don't want to take the bullet.
Any of you out there thinking you're owed names, you need to get off your high horse and take a look in the mirror and take off your self-importance hat It's saying, calm down.
The self-importance
You didn't
hat.
get the
That's
story, you
funny.
didn't
Hold
work
on,
for the
hold on.
story.
Pause that.
He's
real quick.
talking to you.
What's shut the fuck up, Jill.
The self-importance hat. Yeah, let's tell him.
Oh, what's funny is when he said you're retarded. You couldn't wait to.
I knew he was talking about you. I knew.
What's funny is the part where he says, get off your think that we're owed something. I don't think that anybody feels what'd he say? Get off your high horse because what did he say it?
He did say that, yeah.
Get off your high horse, you think you're owed something. I don't think it's because people think they're owed something. I don't think anybody feels like they are owed the names. I mean, I don't feel like I'm owed the names. But again, that'd be like, brother, that'd be like if we watched the news and they said, it's gonna rain this week, or we're gonna have a tornado this week. But we're not gonna tell you what day. Then why fucking share it? Why share that information? It doesn't make any fucking sense.
You don't get to know the day.
It doesn't make any sense.
There's a chance of showers all month long. If you're lucky, I'll say somewhere in the third hour of this program, we'll tell you when it rains. I don't want to take the bullet. Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, God. Okay, well, John, you yelled at me. You yelled at me, John.
And we know it was you because you wear the
me.
self-importance hat.
Yeah, I wear the self-importance hat. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. I didn't watch that. I'm glad I didn't pre-watch that.
Next is a Spider-Man story, and it's got to do with our girl Sadie Sink. Stranger Things, lead actress. Breaking, Sadie Sink's character in Brand New Day will reportedly have a big twist that the studios are desperate to keep under wraps. First of all, congratulations for keeping her character under wraps this far.
Yeah,
probably the only person who knows is Tom Holland, and they probably told him 3 different names, and he probably shot a scene 3 different times saying her name.
Probably. Yeah, no, that I wonder how long they're going to be able to keep that a secret.
And then what if the secret doesn't even matter?
It's kind of like the one with last week. What's his name that was cast?
Tramel Tillman.
Yes, and everybody was like, "Oh, Kang," and some people were like, "What if he's just a teacher? What if he is just somebody's teacher?" Yeah, the reports are coming back around now on Sadie Sink, and I think it's My Time. Some of the others are, I don't know if it was My Time, saying that Jean might be back on the table. Way to get the X-Men, something like that. I don't know. I don't think it's Jean. If she's Jean, I'll be very shocked. I don't think it's Jean, though.
I don't get why it could be Jean. This universe shouldn't have Jean Grey, especially with what the reset's going to happen at Secret Wars.
Right. Agreed. So that's why I don't think it's Jean. I don't think it's any X-Men.
What color is her hair on set?
In real life? Oh, I don't know. She hasn't been pictured on set yet. Yeah, she hasn't been pictured on set yet. Now, she is a natural redhead. But not pictured on set just yet.
Okay.
So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see who she's going to be.
Nothing more. We jump over to the Shang-Chi Legend of the Ten Rings. So the second Shang-Chi, the third Black Panther, and Strange Academy are reportedly well in development. I've been hearing about Strange Academy since they made that comic book. So it could be in development, but maybe no casting yet for a Strange Academy. But this, I totally believe that's not a breaking news story. And this, he told Jimmy Fallon last year, it will happen. So maybe it's one of the 2028 films.
Probably. Yeah. That being well into development, not really shocking. Like you said on the BP one, or Shang-Chi, really, I would hope that would be, especially with them rumored to show up in Spider-Man. Destin's directing that, so I kind of think that all of us all kind of thought, okay, maybe Shang-Chi's going to show up at some point in that. Then he moves right from Spider-Man into one of those 2028 slots, possibly. Now with what was the other one on the picture?
Strange Academy.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
On a TV show, probably. Like, yeah, sure. And then we know the TV shows are irrelevant, and Brad Winderbaum handles that, not Kevin Feige. You don't want to say it's irrelevant because you're looking forward to Vision Quest, but after that, you'll be able to agree it's irrelevant.
I am looking forward to Vision Quest, but this kind of fits with what they stated they wanted for Disney Plus, as far as no longer using big name characters to, so I mean, I could see this being really well into development.
You get Benedict Wong for a few episodes. He's the headmaster. That's it. Mm-hmm. Quite an uninteresting news item, but that they're well in development. All right. Well, D23, Strange Academy could get confirmed, or Nova.
That's true.
Something after Vision Quest. The Marvel slate is my favorite Marvel bookmark tab. Where are we? We're at phase 5 films, phase 6 films. Here. All we know is that Spider-Man is coming. After Avengers Doomsday, there is going to be a movie between this and Secret Wars. We know that's probably Doctor Strange 3 time runs out, okay? That's all, and that's all we don't even know that. They might confirm it at D23. Films, we don't know when. Armor Wars, Black Panther 3, Blade, Shang-Chi, Untitled X-Men. We don't know when these will come out, and maybe at D23 it will be the time to tell us what's filling that 2028 slate. When it comes to TV shows, let me scroll down to Marvel's TV shows. Daredevil Born Again is coming next year. Wonder Man, Wonder Man is coming December, but that doesn't really count. Plus, it's a race swap, so it's not authentic representation. Daredevil Born Again, March 2026.
Wonder Man.
Vision Quest, sometime 2026. What's this? Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Just a little cartoon, right? And I know you'll enjoy it, but it's not canon, so it's just a little cartoon. What is next?
It's not canon.
Not canon.
I don't. Future. I mean, what is next? Isn't that it? I mean,
yeah, the future series is just season 3 of Spider-Man.
I mean, I would assume, like you said, maybe they could announce that at D23. I keep forgetting D23 is 5 days away, so
we're due.
Yeah, they could announce that then. They could definitely announce that then.
Is Xochitl Gomez going to be in it, or is she going to continue her reign as the premier queen and never be in another movie? Oh, the premiere queen, like she shows up at the movie premieres, the red carpets. Yeah.
Oh, that is true. She don't miss a fucking red carpet, and she's always dressed for the occasion, as far as like to the theme of the movie.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, she's just on standby. I'm here, guys.
Put me in, coach.
Yeah, so I would say probably so. Probably so. I mean, you got to follow up with the end of Doctor Strange with her being there. So then you could also have some others, Minoru show up. She's the magic girl from Miniko. It's Miniko Minoru, right? Yeah. Nico Minoru. She is the she's the goth chick that is in Brand New Day. She is linked with Strange. She's one of the students at the academy.
Okay.
She's magic. You could see her show up though. She's another live action magical person that could be in it. Kid that could be in the at the school. Just trying to think of kids that could be at the school.
She was in Runaways. Ironheart had someone who did mid magic also.
You could put is Wiccan magical enough to be there? Wiccan really doesn't need to be in there, though. Does he need to be there to maybe learn to not be your mother and control your magic? Wiccan won't be there, but Wiccan could be there.
I'd get him in there. Someone familiar. If you watched Agatha, you'll know him. And if you watch WandaVision. The Skrulls will reportedly play a role in the next MCU saga.
Do we care?
Yeah, that's not the highlight. Like the Skrulls will be different. Will be treated differently. There'll be a long-term plan. Tell me that. Don't tell me they'll be used to play a role.
Yeah, because it's like,
what's the role?
The thing is too, they're still here and they're not, and they're world leaders and shit. It's like, oh well, that's going to touch on the next saga. Really? Why? Really? The next
Skrulls will be used to explain why T'Challa died. It wasn't actually him.
Bingo.
That's the best news I could hear. T'Challa in the second movie who died was a Skrull stopping his fake heartbeat and making all the Wakandans think he died. The real T'Challa is actually on another world fighting it out. And that's the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda story. And it was really a Skrull the whole time. Simple. That's what I could do. One of the many ways. But it builds off a secret invasion.
I'll take it.
So this news item is that Words Plus Pictures are going to be doing a documentary, okay? Words Plus Pictures, they're the guys who did the Christopher Reeve Superman story. Perfect. These guys are capable. These guys know what they're doing. I'll read this article for you. The Superman Christopher Reeve story, The Kingdom, Celtic Cities, and countless other documentaries is reportedly working on a new project about Chadwick Boseman. Boseman was a beloved and iconic actor who passed away in 2020 after a 4-year private battle with colon cancer. Boseman, throughout his acting career, portrayed iconic figures such as James Brown, Thurgood Marshall, Jackie Robinson. Boseman's most notable recognizable role is that portrayal of T'Challa / Black Panther in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Boseman also earned countless award nominations over his career. At the time of this writing, it's unclear how long this Chadwick Boseman project will be and what platform it may end up on. However, Boseman's status as a Disney legend makes us believe Disney Hulu will certainly be in the mix. Words Plus Pictures was founded by former ESPN, that's Disney again, ESPN executive and co-creator of 30 for 30, Connor Schell. The company specializes in the documentary projects. I am curious what Connor Schell looks like. And I will Google his name to see his skin color. There it is. Connor Schell. You were curious too.
Well, I'll be watching.
Now imagine they develop it, and right in time for Black Panther 3, the Chadwick Boseman Sadness Tour kicks up. Wouldn't that be crazy?
And that would be fuel for all of my videos that would be coming out for Black Panther 3 around that time. Yeah. That would be crazy, but I could see that.
Well, the schedule is lining up. They're developing it now. And the Black Panther movie is 2028. It could just happen. Okay. Only time I should see Nico is with the Runaways. Dwayne says that it's 6 years too late, or it's right on time to do the Sadness Tour for Chadwick Boseman. No T'Challa, no dollar, so they get it. I don't want to leave the recast T'Challa hashtag for something else. I think it's popular enough. I've seen people change hashtags, add hashtags, new hashtags for this cause. I think recast T'Challa is enough. I don't think there needs to be a new one to be like, well, recast T'Challa with T'Challa to clarify we're talking about T'Challa. I think it's obvious if you're saying recast T'Challa that you're talking about actual T'Challa and not the child. And then the no T'Challa, no dollar. Some people will spell dollar without the R, and it just won't have traction. But I understand the sentiment. The Skrulls and Secret Invasion should have been the main saga. Yeah. Ricardo goes womp womp. That's why they're doing it. Chill. I was talking about the Skrulls. Okay. I mean, that's why they did for Superman. The doc came out like a month or two before Gunn's Superman. Ooh, where's Plus Pictures? You got some splaining to do. This documentary will come out maybe Christmas time, and then Black History Month, they'll do Black Panther 3.
Just like that. In that order.
But they could next weekend announce we have recasted T'Challa. Come on stage, Damson Idris.
They could.
And they could also say we've recasted T'Challa. Come on, say David Johnson. And then he never confirms he's playing actual T'Challa and not the child.
Yeah.
We're almost there, man. This could happen. This announcement. Your source was telling you it would happen at Comic-Con, right? Maybe it was delayed for this.
Maybe. 5 days. We will know. We will know in 5 days.
And I'm very happy over the last 2 years. I put emphasis on how the T'Child is not T'Challa. Because can you imagine if we never had the "It's not T'Child" campaign? And imagine they go, "We got T'Challa," and then people go, "Okay, but no, now they're complaining still because they're saying that T'Challa isn't the perfect T'Challa for them." No, we've been actually saying from the start that T'Child is rejected. Most of us have been saying that. So don't hit us with, "No, they changed the goalpost." No, the goalpost was always that. T'Challa is T'Challa, not Toussaint. Good job, us. How much more things we have to cover today? Did I hit all of the things? I think I did. There's one news topic here about Grogu that you had sent me earlier today. It's him sipping on some soup. Mandalorian Grogu leaked trailer from Star Wars Celebration is still up on YouTube after 2 weeks. Is Disney finally ready to give us the public release trailer? Again, D23 is this week. Yes. So the leaked trailer wasn't pulled down. Interesting.
So it's still on YouTube, is what they're saying.
Yeah.
Let me see. Mando Grogu.
I won't show everything.
Oh, that's it. Oh, they posted the link. I didn't even know they posted the link.
Yeah, the link is right there. And I don't want to show everything.
The camera's not moving because T'Challa's dumbass.
This is some leaked trailer footage. Someone recorded probably at last year's D23. I think that's what the news actually said.
Sit down.
Or Celebration or some sort.
Get over here and sit the fuck down.
That's the trailer there. They haven't pulled it down. It's been up since 2 weeks ago. It has 100K views. Hey, enthusiasm is there for this trailer. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and rewatch it. I haven't seen it since Star Wars Celebration. Yeah, release it. Let's go. D23, show it to us. They also need to release Maul Shadow Lords trailer at D23.
We could get both.
Be nice. It'd be nice. Yeah. Was that everything?
I think so. Oh boy, D23 gonna be another F4 moment, LOL. Knowing Marvel and mantles, it's the child. I mean, that's what they did for Super. Yeah, got it. Got it.
There were some new things.
What else we got? Any trailers?
Street Fighter stuff. We got Noah Centineo, who is playing in Street Fighter. Also, I guess playing Rambo in the new Rambo remake prequel thing, whatever. He's set to play Ken Masters. He posted a photo from set. Also, Andrew Schultz, who I cannot stand, who is also in Street Fighter, posted a video of him training on set.
He's gonna make a joke about how that's law.
He is his role. He is I didn't say on the post. And also, don't know if you saw that over the weekend with Little Nas X.
Had an episode. Yeah, I think
I
I
thought
told
it was PR. It's not. You thought you told who? What?
Josh from Back of the Bus that Martin Lawrence bounced back from this too, where he was saying crazy things.
Yeah, well, 41 minutes ago, they said TMZ is reporting that Lil Nas X is now facing years in prison as
What?
he has been charged with 4 felonies, including battery with injury on a police officer.
I didn't see that video.
Is this PR? This can't be because CNN is involved. There's no way you're paying CNN to report on this.
Yeah.
So it's not PR. Okay, so people, oh, hold on. Yeah, okay, yeah, somebody said it was a PR stunt. Absolutely no label would approve for their client to face years in prison. Y'all need to be more sympathetic towards people struggling. Now, I don't, not the biggest Lil Nas X enthusiast. I do know who Lil Nas X is. I have seen some of the things he has done and things like that.
Barb's got to stick together.
He denounced Nicki. He tried to claim that he wasn't a Nicki fan. Even when y'all asked me, was I a Nicki fan? I told y'all I was a major Nicki fan. My fandom has declined because she's become so industry. But he tried to just be like, I was never a Nicki fan. I never listened to Nicki. I wasn't no Barb, all that kind of stuff. So no, he's not one of us. But the video, I didn't see him hitting anyone either, unless the video obviously was just, unless that part just wasn't videoed. And he see him hitting the officer, nor did I see a police officer. The videos that I've seen have all been from just people that were, I guess, driving by. I've seen video of people taking pictures with him and posing in pictures with people. So I don't know. But I know a lot of people have been saying too. And again, I'm not on any one side of the fence. So don't come at me with the comments. I'm just saying what people are saying. They're saying. That's what happens when you play with God, because of some past things that he has done and said. So interesting. I did not know that. I thought it was a PR stunt at first. I really did. I mean, he's done PR things like this before. But then when they said that he got arrested, and then especially when I saw CNN was involved, I was like, okay, well, you're not paying CNN. And not only that, is CNN accepting money to be like, oh, yeah, we'll do it. We'll go wrong with your fake story. Yeah, so crazy.
You don't want charges, no.
Yeah, crazy. But you know that is it. This is interesting. I guess you could say so. Jackson Rothbone, who played Jasper Cullen in Twilight, says he wants a prequel.
What?
He said they can de-age me, but I'm all, well. Somebody needs money, but I'm also open to passing the torch. It's a story. It's a story to me about redemption, forgiveness, and learning to love yourself through the eyes of others. Brother, you are years late on a Jasper Cullen Twilight prequel. Years late on that. Interesting.
It worked for Cassian Andor. We got a prequel.
You down for a Jasper Cullen prequel?
No.
Well, I feel like we kind of got that in the flashbacks anyway. Didn't they all have their own little flashbacks of what life was like before they became?
Did they?
I thought they did. I remember. Yeah, I thought they did. What's her name that hated the blonde head that hated Bella? She had her flashback. We saw her going in a wedding dress and getting left by her man. And then she came to her man in the wedding dress, but as a vampire, killed him. She said she was a bit theatrical back then. I take it you weren't a Twilight fan.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, that's crazy. Twilight was a phenomenon.
This is 5 seconds ago from the discussing film. Mark Hamill, David Johnson, whoever that guy is.
Hey, discussing film. I am Tut Yacht.
I'm
That's not David Johnson. Sorry.
Mark Hamill.
And I'm Garrett Waring. And today we're playing How Long is the Walk? We'll be guessing which landmark goes the distance. Let's see who really knows their miles.
Why is Mark Hamill doing this?
3, 2, 1.
Oh,
what? Am I wrong?
Okay, very good.
Is he in this movie?
See, you learned something.
What'd you say?
Is Mark Hamill in this movie?
He must be. But this is stupid. This is just one of those actors answering questions. Maybe he's like the bad guy in the car with the sunglasses.
Is that him?
Yeah, that's him right here.
Oh, it is him.
Yeah. Why cover up Mark Hamill's face, dumbasses? Why is he wearing sunglasses at night, dumbasses? I thought it was gonna be more important than just we're asking them fun questions. Nah, slow news day. I mean, not slow news day. Slow. We're done.
You should to your before we leave to your Twilight part. You should try it. I wasn't into it either.
I've seen it, like it's on TV, and I'll watch parts of it. I think I watched 60% of all 4 Twilight movies, but I don't care.
Did you get to the finale, like the ending, like the whole twist?
What happens at the twist?
Oh, I don't know if I want to tell you. That's one of those movie moments that you really want people to experience, kind of like the Red Wedding. You don't want to reveal that shit. I'll tell you again. I wasn't a Twilight fan. I was so glad that I got into it before it was on TV at a friend's house. We were watching the second to the last one, and I was like, okay, now I need to see what the fuck. And then I was happy because the second one was coming in theaters like a week later. So I was like, oh yeah, y'all had to wait like forever. I only have to wait a week. And the theater was packed. Of course, I caught myself up on everything before going to see it, so I was doubly invested. But that twist is one of the greatest movie twists I think I've ever seen. The entire like everybody's talking through the entire thing, like gasping, talking, like, oh my God. Like it's like a Avengers kind of moment, like in the theater. And then when you realize the twist, everybody was like, what the that's one of the craziest movie moments ever. It really is. It's crazy. And I'm saying that as a Twilight viewer, not like somebody that's like Team Edward, I'm not all that. I'm just a viewer.
Taylor.
But yeah.
Shark Boy.
Yeah. That's crazy. Pretty good. But yeah, that would be the news. That would be the news today. Nothing else going on. Just a whole bunch of Street Fighter talk. So if you're into that, they're talking nonstop casting for that. That and Power Rangers. Daphne Keene is in Power Rangers.
She's too old to be a teenager.
Oh, that's not Power Rangers. They just have a Power Ranger logo. She's in Street Fighter. No, she's not. Anyway, that's the news today. Nothing else going on. We are back here, of course, tomorrow for another riveting episode of the Morning Report with myself and Chillmonger. If you are new here and you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to both of our channels. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to come over here and view the Morning Report. We talk about all your nerdy needs and more. Again, we appreciate every single person hanging out with us today. Appreciate the super chats. Appreciate the constant conversation.
Appreciate John Roca.
Yes, appreciate John Roca coming at me with my hat of
It's a self-entitled hat, was it?
I think so. My hat of self-entitlement. Yeah, so we appreciate you guys. We're back tomorrow. Go subscribe to Marcus. We're live with him on Thursday. And he might try to pop in here on some days and things like that. So like, subscribe, share with your friends. Have a blessed and safe rest of your day. And we will see all of you guys in the next one. Peace out.